Norman's on. I was switched, bitch.
You switched me.
I didn't do that. That's from last time, I think.
Oh, that's funny. Can I switch us? Here we go. I got it.
You can switch. I like this dual control thing. Wait a minute.
I got you, man.
Yes, I love this. Jesus or Logan, take the wheel. Shit, whichever one. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Film Cave, episode number 52. Yes, sir. It's your boy Knight.
What's up, everybody? Logan here. 52. That is the amount of weeks in a year. So this is our year worth of shows. We've missed some things, so it's not exactly a year after, but we've actually made a year worth of weekly shows now. So pretty cool. It lands on a good one, I would say.
Land on a good one.
So pretty cool. I'm excited for sure. Let's get this shit. It's gonna be a good one.
Yes, I'm very, very excited. We have a lot to talk about, and what I mean by a lot is
got some wine for it today.
Oh, excuse me. We have a lot to talk about. You guys know what it is, why you're here. You saw it, clicked on it. So we're talking Spider-Man. No Way Home drop. So I'm very excited to get into that. Hopefully you guys will join us in the conversation here live, or whether you're watching on playback. We appreciate you and we thank you either way for hanging out with us. It always means a lot. And the easiest way to keep that going, if you're new, welcome. If you like what you see here, if you enjoy our conversation, you want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It's simple, it's easy, and free. That's the best part. Who doesn't like free?
There you go.
So I think I'm ready, man.
I hate to do this. Can you check your mic or tap your mic? I can't tell if I think you're on the other one. Sorry. It's my fault.
It's because it would help to plug it in.
I'm sorry, man.
Help to plug it in.
Okay, plug it in really quick and then let me do something. I want to see something.
Tear it up.
Okay, never mind. I was going to see if I can switch your mic from here, but I cannot.
Oh, you can't switch it from there?
Okay, that sounds so much better. Fuck. It actually, I'm not going to lie, it sounded good. Like what you were going through, I'm guessing your computer, it sounded all right, but much better.
Yeah, no, I completely forgot to
as soon as I saw you were like, and I was like, oh, maybe.
yeah, definitely fucked up on mine.
That's all right. That's all right.
Oh, well, with that being said, are you ready?
Yes, sir. Let's get it going, man. I'm ready.
Oh, wait, this was spoiler, and Poopy Pants actually didn't come in here saying
he's about that.
I didn't see it. Right.
Yeah.
What is happening?
That's a first.
Really is a special night, isn't it? All right. So for those of you who do not know, most of you do, me and Logan are a couple of what?
Fucking nerds, man.
Fucking nerds, man. And we love to talk about film. We do it in all damn day. But there are sometimes, we want to switch things up, a little bit. And branch out into other things out there in the world, other topics and stuff like that. But sometimes the beautiful, film still raises her beautiful head into the conversation. Because why, Logan?
Because she is just sometimes mildly jealous, but she's so beautiful, and it was a great week, and we're on good terms.
Wow, that was beautiful. That was a rare sight, people. Those of you don't know, I welcome that. Here we go. Yes.
Oh, man.
And this is called dun, 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 dun. It's out there in the world, and we're talking Spidey. Yes, we are. There we go.
Beautiful. I knew you were gonna go a little Spidey something. I didn't know what, but
a little Spidey something. Okay.
Yeah.
I had to. It's okay. The Kang is here. Big Sexy. What it do?
Yeah, that's him.
That's him. Okay. So it's out there in the world. Like we said, I might want to change the header while we're at it. But while I'm doing this, good sir. Yeah, you could have too.
My bad. I'm falling apart.
This is your thing now, sir. Well, we got to pick up each other's slacks now that you have control. So there's a particular particular fashion in which we do out there in the world. Very particular. What would that be, good sir?
That would be traditionary fashion,
Yes.
my friend.
Yes, the fuck it would. Yes, it would. And with that traditionary fashion, good sir, what do you have to lead us off with?
Yeah. So, I mean, we're supposed to not talk about film, probably not talk about Spidey yet, but I do want to talk
Yeah.
about why we had no show last week on Tuesday is because I actually was going to see Mr. Spidey a little bit
Sure.
early, press
Sure.
only screening. It was interesting because it was also anytime there is a press only screening, it's still press, like you're invited and you can bring a guest who can be anybody. This, they said no. They said press only, can't bring anybody. So I was like,
Makes
interesting. Had to drive 2 hours by myself, drive 2 hours back.
That's horrible.
But I did just get to sit there in my thoughts and think nothing about the movie. Get some things going. I'll show you later, but I was like making notes on my phone, like with my voice as I was driving, of just things I wanted to remember and talk about. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about that early screening experience because it was interesting. I saw it in a tiny little theater. It was gross. It was funny because it made me think of how you watched a movie a little early, and I was like, how fucking dare you? Like, should have just not done it. And then I was like, actually, this is similar. Like, it was a tiny ass. It was a little art house theater, and obviously theater's better than a TV, but like still, it's like I was like, this should be an IMAX only. But it was funny because it was supposed to start at like 7 p.m., which is exactly when we start this show, and there was the theater, like the manager standing outside. There's a table with like security and stuff, and the manager's like, yeah, there's a movie actually playing in this theater and it doesn't end until 7. And he's like, so we got to wait for the people to come out. Then we got to clean it and all that. And I'm sitting there going like, I'm trying to get home. It's a Tuesday night. I got to work in the morning. I got to get up extra early for Hawkeye, all that shit. I'm like, come on, man. And I'm also like, I'm holding my phone, like texting my cousin because he's all about it, hyped up. And I'm like so excited. I'm like shaking like a motherfucker. It was ridiculous. I'm a grown man and I just couldn't do it. But anyway, it was a really fun experience. It was funny because press is an interesting experience though, because like press only, because I saw Infinity War that way and I saw Endgame that way as well. And like Endgame, I'm going like, wow, like screaming, and people are like, like, because they don't really care. But I'm like, hey, you got a diehard fan here that just happens to also be allowed to show up. And that's kind of how this one was. I really tried to contain myself, but like the first reveal with Mr. Matt Murdock, he showed up and literally I was like, oh my fucking God, like loud, like did that. And everybody around me like busted out laughing at me. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, fuck all y'all. And it was funny because like the one girl next to me was like, I love that. Like she was like, I'm so glad you're hyped up on that. And I was like, because they don't even probably know who that is what's sad. But yeah, so it was a great experience. I was very, I'm obviously blessed and thankful that I even got to do that. And I always am, but it's cool as fuck. And yeah, so I've now seen the movie 3 times.
Gorgeous.
So we're good.
I saw it for the second time yesterday.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you did. As soon as you were like, I'm an hour away or whatever, I was like, let's fucking go. Like I wanted you to get to at least see it twice.
Oh, bro, it's we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Yes,
okay,
for sure. What else you got?
I really don't have shit. I'm just so fucking excited. But if I were to talk about something I feel is utterly fucking stupid, Kyrie is now back.
Yeah, what I haven't even. I've heard there's something happening, but I don't know what they're doing.
He's basically allowed to play.
Everywhere.
He's coming back. Yep.
Wow.
He's allowed to come back. He's allowed to play, practice and stuff like that. I believe there's some kind of little limitation to it. I don't remember what exactly. It's been a minute since I read all this. Yeah. But basically, his bitching, whininess, and entitlement has gotten him what he wanted. Against the whole league's every fucking thing.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, he's not worth it. He's not worth it. Like, not at all.
Sure.
If he was somebody that even before this remotely was, if he was a player that was so committed and And it's funny
Right.
because Stephen
Big
A. fucking talked
leader,
about this
all
today.
that
Like,
shit.
bro, he was absolutely none of that before this whole COVID situation.
Yeah.
And it just really sucks because he's always taking off, doing this, and thinking he's better than, and leaving, and
Yeah.
not being there, and taking games off, and it's like
Always
he's not a
bringing the
reliable
attention on
player.
his own on
Oh yeah,
himself and not the team, shit like that. Yeah, for
always,
sure.
always, always, and it's like he's not worth it. So now he's putting more people at risk. He doesn't want to get vaccinated, so he's going to be going and playing and doing all these other things. Um, it's just so fucking stupid. He
Yeah.
should have got traded, but
Who
I guess
wants
he-
him? You
right.
know, I mean, shit.
At this point, he can't. So yeah, so fuck him on that. We just got I keep saying his name wrong. Le'Veon Ball, whatever his name is, to the Bucks. I'm very happy about that. Football, yes. So that's
Gotcha.
more talent because 5 of our people are out due to COVID, as well as
COVID
injuries.
is running rampant, man. This Omicron is
Bro,
fucking
every
up
day I'm
everybody.
getting about 5 notifications from the NFL saying that players are in COVID
Yeah, for sure.
withheld. I'm like, Jesus,
Yeah.
fucking Amarion's not playing, man. Like, this is ridiculous. So it's like, I don't know. This world is running rampant. Yes, we did because all of our players are sick and injured. So yes, we lost Kenya. That's traditionally what happens. Lord Jesus. So yeah, that's really all the fuck I got.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
I mean, only other thing, which this is something for Kenya as well. I hate to say this, but
What, the Cowboys suck? Oh.
No, don't ask me why. Oh, you said that and your picture went away. That's kind of funny.
Under chin? Yep.
Oh man. That's funny.
That's funny.
But
he fucking cursed me. The
he
bastard.
did. How dare him? But I do hate to say this because I literally like 2 weeks ago we were talking about the opposite of this, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and skip Matrix in the theaters. All of a sudden, like, and I think it might be because I've seen I've seen the same movie, but I've gone to a movie 3 of 7 days or whatever. Like I've been to a theater 3 times in 7 days, and to be honest, like I don't know, like I don't think that the marketing for Matrix even deserves me to go, and also fuck WB for the HBO Max thing. This whole like I think that Matrix is about to bomb in terms of like what it should have done, and yeah, I mean it's so funny because like my boss and my coworker are absolute die-hard Matrix people, and all of a sudden both of them were like, "Nah, I'm all right." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "No, like I've got y'all tickets if y'all want to go. I just don't feel like going." And they're like, "We were gonna back out." Like they were like, "We don't care either." And even though they loved the trailers and everything, for some reason, they're just all of a sudden not about. Like I don't know what came over all of us, but I really don't care about it anymore. And
I'm gonna
that's
say
sad.
this.
Yeah, please do.
You know I am pro theater first, always.
Sure.
But
yeah,
I would not be mad if you did do the decision making. That's all I will say. Some movies are obviously like, this needs to be in the fucking, obviously.
Which is crazy because shouldn't a Matrix movie be like a must see? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it's.
Are you seeing it tomorrow?
No. Everything's like sold the fuck out and craziness and stuff.
Gotcha.
So yeah. So it's. Yeah. I'm not mad at that choice.
It saddens me, but it really like all of a sudden it became this thing of going because I don't think it's smart to release a movie on the week of Christmas. Like I don't actually think that's smart.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be busy as fuck. Like if I don't see it tomorrow on Wednesday, I couldn't see it until next week, and I start work again. You know, I mean, I'm working Monday, so it's like yeah, I'm just not going to have time, and I also don't really want to go see it anymore. So it's very weird. And what's sad is there is a very good chance on like Sunday I might go see Spider-Man again, and I don't know. But
Listen, that option is nowhere near ruled out for me by any chance.
I also am very happy that WB did somewhat get fucked, and I think that this was IMAX's doing. But
yeah, IMAX is it's only playing in IMAX for a limited time.
yeah, like it's for my theater.
I should look that up actually.
Anything after 3 or 4, it's Spider-Man. So like my showing tomorrow is at noon for Matrix. I can't make noon. I fucking work.
That's what
and
Matrix
so
has.
so it's kind of funny. So they actually IMAX said you can have the earlier showings, but later showings will go to Spider-Man for a lot of theaters. I don't know about yours because
I'm looking at it.
Square's
So
pretty big.
it's in IMAX
Yeah.
from 9 a.m. to 7:30, which is interesting. How
Yeah.
long is that run though for IMAX?
There should be a 10 o'clock showing of something, right?
Yeah,
like
so
a
it's
10
there
something?
for Monday, the Wednesday, Thursday. Does it get the weekend because it's there Friday too? So is Spider-Man getting the late IMAX showings?
Probably. I might be able to look it up here. Let me see.
Yeah, so 7:30. Okay, so let's see what Spider-Man does. Come on, say I know they're not giving away all the fucking IMAX theaters too.
Well, that's the thing too, is I think there's a good chance that they
Oh,
fucking flip.
So I think there's okay, because only a few shows. Because here, like on a Saturday,
Which is Christmas Day.
wait, what? So they're playing the same time. So if I'm looking, there's 9 a.m., 4 p.m., and 11. Okay, so they're playing in between each other. They're switching them out.
Oh, really?
Going
That's
back
funny.
and forth. Yeah.
How funny is that? So I'll tell you right now. So tomorrow is Matrix opening day. It plays at noon, and then Spider-Man plays at 3:35, 7 and 7:20. Like it's fucking. That's it. Like Matrix got noon, and that's it. No one's gonna go. That has to work.
Yeah, they're dividing it, and Spider-Man's getting like 2 shows. 2 or
So
3
good
shows.
for Spider-Man. You know, because that was one thing I was worried about was people, you know, Spider-Man getting IMAX taken from it too early because Matrix was released on a Wednesday.
So it seems like the Matrix is getting literally from its release into the weekend of predominant IMAX. After that weekend, Spidey's all back in IMAX. Yeah.
How funny. Well deserved.
That's damn. That was not a good release scheduling at all.
Yeah.
Because Spider-Man's gonna eat it up no matter what.
Yeah, I agree.
Damn.
So
but yeah, don't feel bad about the interesting. Like I said, what I've heard is it's not very visually
of what you've heard.
Yeah, it's not very visually revolutionary or aesthetically pleasing for it to be the IMAX. Like, oh my god, like the first 3
right
were.
Sure.
So yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. So that's out there in the world. Unless you have anything else.
I do have a question actually. When are we talking about the trailer that we got at the end of?
Oh, that'll be within the whole conversation.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Everything.
Okay.
Yes. So,
just ask it.
Of course. So we do have to talk about this though. I don't want to ignore it, so we can run through this really quickly because I will show no disrespect to Hawkeye whatsoever.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So, but before we get into that, that's been out there in the world. Thank you guys so much. If there's anything you felt like we missed, or you want to continue, please keep the conversation going in the live chat or in playback in the comment section because we do check those out. Keep the conversation going, and yeah, let us know. And if you made it this far, subscribe. Really appreciate it. All right, so Hawkeye debuted episode 5 with its finale tonight, and I'm very excited. And that bitch needs to be 2 hours.
I agree.
Yes, needs to be 2 hours, but it dropped. I'm trying to remember what the episode was.
It's called Ronin.
Spidey Overload and all that.
He put the suit back on.
Yeah, I got it now. Okay, so as you said, Hawkeye follows him. He put the suit back on. He's doing extra cleanup. He's like, listen, this shit's getting out of hand. Big guy might get involved. I got to put the suit on. I got to protect Kate and my family because he has a list of all my shit and I got to go whoop ass. Meanwhile, we found out what happened to Miss Yelena during everything, which was amazing to me.
That was a great
I
sequence.
Yeah. I love that. Holy hell. And she also went to go see Kate for a little girls' night. And which was also fucking amazing. But then Ronan comes face to face with Echo. Dude, watch your face. Which we definitely will talk about, and I will try to contain myself. And then it ends with what drove everyone crazy, and oh my god, we got the reveal of the big guy, Kingpin himself. I'm so excited, sir.
Yes.
What did you think about the episode?
I think the episode's good. Not my favorite. Episode 3 is still by far my favorite episode. But I think it's a good episode. I'm really like Yelena, I'll be honest. Everybody's like dying over her scene with Kate. I just thought Yelena was annoying as fuck. Like so annoying. Like
really? Oh,
and I think it's because I'm taking the after credit scene for Black Widow, and Yelena should have either so much emotion or so much determination. And instead, she's just like, hey, what's up, mac and cheese? And I'm like, I'm so not about it because I wasn't about it the last episode where she should either be freaking out that she's looking at Hawkeye because she thinks, Nat died because of him, or she should just be going at him and wanting to kill him. And last episode, because that's right, we didn't get to talk about episode 4 either.
Yeah,
we didn't have but I thought that her reveal was not great because she gives up. She just dips. She fights for a little bit and dips for no reason. And I'm like, no, she should be going at him 100%. I'm not leaving until he's dead type of feel.
She's facing 2 people and a third, actually, because it's a Royal Rumble. It's like, that's too much.
But what's the point? I mean, like, is she not there to kill somebody?
Yeah, but it's kind of hard when you got
now he has time to prepare instead of just killing you.
Right.
And I don't know. And so with this one, I just feel like she should be doing more. She should be going harder. And instead, she's being super playful. And I get that that's the character, but I just thought that she should be more determined. And so I don't like the playfulness at this time because I thought that we would get more like emotion from her of, hey, you killed my sister is what I was thinking, and supposed to make him feel guilty about it.
I think we'll get that this episode, to be honest with you.
That's the thing, though, is she's been there 2 days, and now we're going to get it? Like we're going to get it 3 days in?
Well, I think she's there because she doesn't know where he is. That was the point of Kate. So, like, I think that's... If she was fully face-to-face outside of the fight and all that, I think we'll get it this episode.
Right.
We'll get all that. It's like...
Yeah.
And I think that'll be a really cool scene. Yeah.
But then the other thing, just in terms of what else to talk about, I think, Clint getting in the Ronin suit, he was a badass. And I like how the whole point of Echo in this series is that she thinks she should be number one. And in reality, she's completely, naive to what the world truly is. And I kind of like that because that's also the point of Hawkeye here is, hey, this is very low ground. Like, and you don't understand how serious this can be. Like, you're at the lowest of the totem pole, but also like back up. Like, you need to prepare better. And so I kind of like that about her because, yeah, he just takes everybody out. And because she's deaf, she doesn't even hear him fucking everybody up, let alone, when he shows up. So I liked the scene. And I liked how Kate saved him after he needed it because she found him. And then, but to be honest, the big reveal I thought was fucking horrible. I cannot believe that they decided to reveal Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio, on a blurry cell phone photo that the camera's pointing at.
They didn't reveal him yet. It's just a little sneak.
That is incorrect. That was the full reveal. And they should have had a booming, like, footsteps walk into camera Kingpin. Like, he deserves a reveal, not a who the fuck is that? Oh my god, that's him. That's not what that fucking monstrous of a terrifying man. Because I also like that Clint is fucking scared of him, and I hope we see why. But I disliked the reveal massively. I'm glad he's here. I'm so glad that D'Onofrio's back, of course, and I'm hoping that we get some good shit with this one. But as a reveal, he deserved a million times more. And from what I understand, there actually for episode 4 was a after credit scene filmed, and they cut it. So that was when the true reveal was supposed to be, and I would guess that would have been probably exactly what I'm talking about, where it's a true like, hey, we have Vincent on camera, like the camera's in front of him, not this fucking bullshit. But that got cut for some random reason, and here we are. So
yeah,
episode's fine. I'm ready for the finale.
Heard it. I really liked the episode. I really liked Yelena. The point of view from the blip for her was amazing. We haven't gotten that yet. I still like that that's still being felt as we go forward within the MCU, and we keep getting the different perspectives. I really like that. I really liked, like I said, that conversation with those two. I thought it was delightful. I love Yelena, and she's hot as fuck, so it also helps. And I still laugh every time she does the pout face because it happens every single time. Oh my
god, man! As soon as you told me, because like I've never seen that movie.
Aren't you glad I pointed out to you?
That, what is it, Midsummer or whatever?
Yeah.
But like any picture I see from that movie, she's doing it, and I'm just like, oh my god! Every fucking second, she's.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you fucking not, man? Like, what is your resting face?
I love it.
Because she's beautiful, but shit. It's a weird decision.
It's very much so is. I loved seeing him and Ronan kicking ass again until, oh my god, it's so triggering. Until he fucking fights Echo, and this bitch somehow keeping up with a goddamn Avenger, fucking SHIELD agent, super fucking spy.
Is she keeping up?
Yes. Why the fuck are you keeping up with him? No.
Because he doesn't want to kill her.
Yes, Echo makes the same goddamn face, so I'm getting tired of her fucking face. Jesus Christ.
That's all she does.
Right. Fucking eyebrows and shit. I'm like, put your fucking eyebrow down and relax your mouth. Do something different.
I know. She's like,
right. I'm like,
God damn, girl.
You're not tough. And it pisses me off because they act like her fucking legs made out of fucking vibranium. Like, she's just running around doing whatever. She's keeping up with Hawkeye, keep kicking the shit out of his face. I'm like, can we? No. And like I was having this conversation with Kenya, it's giving me very much John Walker and Bucky vibes, and it's pissing me off. Like something that shouldn't happen, but is, where a fucking crazed man, regular Joe, is beating the shit out of a 100-year-old Avenger, Winter Soldier, super soldier.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do think, just to go to that point really quickly, I'll let you continue. I definitely think there is a situation of all these were filmed at around the same time. They're going to have similar traits, and I think that like Moon Knight, they will have learned from that by now, kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that we as fans are sitting there going, why the fuck is normal John Walker keeping up? And they're going, oh, that's probably true. And same thing here. Only thing with Echo is they actually did cast a deaf and, disabled woman with her leg like that.
Should be whooping his ass.
And I think that they're afraid to make that a weakness, sadly, when in reality,
ass whooping's an ass whooping, no matter what.
In reality, Clint could grab the ankle on that metal leg and pull it off.
I'm like, cut it the fuck off.
Beat the shit out of her with it. It just pops off. And then,
it's
so
like
I mean,
the
really,
fifth time he's grabbing her, fucking rip it off and beat her or do something.
Just throw it over the fence and say,
right,
okay.
like, ha! Like what's up? Like,
bitch! What are you going to now?
Hell? I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I'm just like,
but no, I get you though. I get you.
But anywho, it was really cool. I like that he finally spoke some sense into her. I was like, listen, bitch,
you're not hot shit.
Right. And your boss was hired me to kill you.
Yeah.
So you need to figure some shit out. So I like that she's starting to think now and question, the other guys. Like, why weren't you in the fucking? Couldn't tell her emotion because she had the
'Cause
same face to the whole fucking
other
scene.
thing too,
So
there,
I don't know.
similar to Yelena in that moment, her
Not a
boy,
Lego.
oh god, her boy is the informant.
Oh yeah,
What's his name? I can't remember his
fucking
name.
Jon Snow. Yeah.
Yeah. But she goes and confronts him and does nothing.
Kigu, something. Yeah.
She does nothing.
Something
And
like
like
that,
that is similar to Yelena. I was really hoping it was like the moment where we go, oh fuck, here we go. Is I thought she was gonna ask him, like, hey, where were you? He's gonna be like, what do you mean? I go, blah, blah. And she was gonna be like, okay. And I wanted her to walk back towards her motorcycle and him like turn around because he turns around and goes, oh, and looks away. And I wanted her to just pull out a gun and blow his fucking head off.
I thought she was going to do
And
that, to be honest with you.
because that actually would have been, everybody would have gone, here we fucking go. Like, she's actually got a reason to be angry and emotional instead of just like fighting a ghost. Like, she's fighting people around her, and
she's Carly 2.0.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm like, every time she's on screen, I'm getting annoyed.
Is Carly had half of her story cut out, and this was written this way. You know what I mean? So like, there should be no excuse. Whoever wrote her part, they have, unless this fucking finale does incredible things, they have not sold me on her enough to have her own show.
I just want it to be a long episode. From
what I've heard, it's 58 minutes.
I don't like that anymore.
It's not long enough.
No, it's not. Okay. Yeah. So I love the episode. Look forward to tonight. No, that's 2 days from now, right? Boba?
What? Boba's next week.
Oh, it's next week?
Yeah.
I thought it was the 23rd or today or some shit.
That's why they did two different. That's why they did episode 1 and 2 of Hawkeye, so that next Wednesday it's Boba.
Got you. Okay. So I look forward to it. We'll see what happens. Hope we get a badass Hawkeye and Kingpin fight for like 2 seconds, or at least a good scene, something. Have we watched that Daredevil and Kingpin fight of season 3? It's so good.
I haven't seen it yet. Don't bring it up. I have 2 more episodes left in season 3.
Oh, okay. Oh my god, that's yeah. Okay. So
bringing that up though, I do think it would have been better, and I think this was the original plan with release schedule wise, because they did first 2 episodes in the first week and it fucked it up. I think we should have had the Daredevil reveal in No Way Home and then the Kingpin reveal, and not vice versa. I think it's a better, like, oh fuck, and then you get Kingpin, who's the side character to, and then like, oh, they're bringing them all, like, instead it was backwards, and which is funny. I thankfully got to see it the other way around, which I think is why I'm able to kind of say that, because especially with the reveal of Kingpin being so minute, it's like, nah, like,
you got to see both of them revealed the same fucking day. Yeah, that's great.
So I mean, we'll get into it, but Matt's reveal is perfect.
Yes,
it's so good.
Yes. Okay, so that's Hawkeye. We covered it because I really want to get into this motherfucker because I'm excited. So yes, let us know what you thought of Hawkeye. Now it is time. The reason why you're all here, and boy, I'm about to open this bitch up. I want to make sure we had enough time to cover this. Holy fuck. Spider-Man dropped. Yes, it did. No Way fucking Home premiered to box office shattering, just everything. Is doing its job right now, killing it. And we're going to break this fucker down. Let's just do the goddamn thing. First, before we do, what did you think about the film? Quick. No, don't mention anything. Just what do you think?
Yeah.
And we'll dive into everything.
Well, here, I'll just say this exact thing. Because I saw it early, and I have to write a review for the website I go see it for. Opening line of the review is, Spider-Man No Way Home could have been so much better, but what we got is still pretty damn good. That's what I said.
Yeah, you frightened me when I saw that Twitter. I was like, that tweet. I was like, I don't want to have this conversation on the show. I don't want to do any more shows canceled because it could have been better. I was like, what? So I was like, oh my god. So for me, I absolutely fucking loved this movie, and it gets better every time I watch it.
I'll agree with that too.
Yes,
It
it's
does.
just truly fucking what they pull off. They shouldn't have been able to do, and it works, and it's great. It's just, okay. So, with that being said, let's get into it. No Way Home sees the return of our boy Tom, as Mr. Parker, you know,
Hey, Miss Park.
man, Miss Parker, getting outed. We pick up directly right off of Far From Home. And I love the intro. It was just so cold, just dark, you just hear Jay Jonah.
Yeah.
Which I peeped it the second time, is you hear the Marvel theme in that just really fucked up and like,
Right. Yeah.
I was like, whoa, that's pretty
Mr.
awesome.
Poopy Pants, they literally couldn't have done it any better. Okay, just fucking wait till I get to talk.
That's all right. I got your back, Poopy Pants. We're gonna do this, son.
Y'all
Okay.
will not be able to say I'm wrong.
Let's see. So he's outed, and now the world is there. He's trying to get his life together. Literally everyone is clamming on us all over the news. He goes back home, and he's just the most popular, famous guy in the world now.
Still broke.
Still broke. Still broke. So now what was the name of the organization that came and got him?
Damage Control.
It wasn't Damage Control. It was Boda. They said some shit on the
Department of Damage Control.
No, it wasn't that one.
That
Damage Control came at the end.
No.
Guess
the guy that interrogated him is Damage Control.
I'm gonna have to look at that. I'm gonna have to look at it again.
Because he called himself Federal Agent, and he opened it up, and it's Department of Damage Control.
Whatever the fuck. They come and pick his ass up, questioning him, all that good shit. And then we get the beautiful ass fucking reveal. And me and my entire theater lost our fucking mind. Yeah, Department of Defense. I was like, I wasn't fucking thingy. They came at the end when they got called. So yeah.
Kenya can probably say what happened in our theater because you got to remember, I've already seen it. So I'm sitting there going, I'm looking at this crowd and I'm going, 50% of these people don't know Charlie Cox is Matt Murdock, sadly.
Oh, yeah.
And so, boom, that cane goes down, and I went.
When the cane went down, our theater went insane.
I fucking screamed, and like my cousin was like, "Logan, you started because it made our theater go like, oh fuck!" Like, they were like, "No, we should freak out." And he was like, "You started that shit," and I was like, "Man, he deserves to have people fucking scream for him." And so. Yeah,
that is the exact moment. Like, we didn't even get the reveal. We just got the cane.
Oh, yeah. It was so good.
Yes, it was. And the fucking brick. Oh,
and
God.
I'm a really good lawyer. I think that it was literally perfect. Like, that is because really and truly, he's a lawyer first and foremost. Like, that's the thing. And so I think that it's so perfect. Like, he deserves that kind of intro. And I wasn't even anticipating like some sort of Daredevil like scenario where he gets to catch it and show that he's a superhero at the same time. But like, it was so perfect. I really could not have done that any better, honestly.
Oh, yeah, so perfect. I didn't expect him that soon, to be honest, but like, that was like,
yeah,
really 10 minutes in the motherfucker.
It was really, so that was the thing, is it went off and I was like, it ended because everybody laughed at me in the press screening because I was like, oh shit, like I was like, oh my god, like freaking out. And then it ended and I literally like leaned back in my chair. I was like, it was fucking perfect. I was like going wild, and they were all. That was when the lady was like, I absolutely love what you're doing right now, because I don't think she had any idea who that was, and she's just like, I'm so glad that this movie is doing something for somebody like that. And
I had to lean back in the sink in, like I was.
Exactly.
Like I just couldn't, which is amazing to see. But yes, but I love the impact that it had, of him getting, called out and just literally everyone coming to his doorstep. Shit getting very real. So then that happens, and they decide to live on to their life. They go hide out on Happy's, apartment after he gets dumped. So he's trying to stick around with hot ass Aunt May. We get it, brother. It's a loss, but damn. And they're all trying to get into MIT. They have a plan. Like, listen, we're going to go to college together. Boom, boom, boom. They don't get accepted. He's like, fuck, everyone's lives are literally being ruined because of me. I need to fix this. So he
So
goes
see
to
my
see
boy.
our boy, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And he goes in there, and it's all wintry and shit. We find out we have a new Sorcerer Supreme in Wong because he got blipped out for 5 years.
Yeah.
And somebody has to take the mantle.
Wong is so dead in Multiverse of Madness, by the way.
Bro, I was like,
he's fucking done, bro.
what? Like, why would you? That looks like a moment shot that you just gave us.
Right.
Why did you do that?
Yeah. And that was the thing, is literally as soon as he said that he's the Sorcerer Supreme, blah, blah, I was like, oh, Wong's dead. And then the trailer comes, I was like, Wong dies right then. And like,
Yes.
I think that they're literally like, it happens early because he should be the Sorcerer Supreme, and fucking Sony wrote that into existence, and we need to fix that immediately. So sorry,
Yes.
Benedict Wong, but you're
It
gone.
looks like a final stand moment. I'm like,
Right.
bro, you just threw all that in there.
Yeah.
So yes, he's like, listen, I need you to make everybody forget about me. Go back in time, fix this shit. He's like, well, I ain't got it, homie. But he came aboard and well, Wong, our Sorcerer Supreme, gave him the idea of, forget whatever.
Yeah,
So he thinks of a
remember
new
that party?
spell. Right. Wong goes off and they begin to do the spell. He starts to fuck it up. Like, wait, they can't, Aunt May can't forget. What about MJ? What about Ned? Yada, yada, yada. And shit just goes wrong from there. And we have really good moments. He's like, listen, I just sacrificed everything for you, and you didn't even try to resource all your options to get back into this fucking college. I forget that you're a kid. Like,
I love that
holy hell.
that
Yeah.
part.
I love that, love that, love that. And the audience needs to be reminded of that too, because they still think he's 35.
Right.
And
Everybody
should
wants
be.
him to be fucking, so seasoned and everything. He's a kid.
Right.
17.
It's like, Jesus Christ. So he goes off. He's like, I'm going to go find her. I'm going to get my friends into college. So he goes, tracks her down in the busy highways of New York. It's never really that busy like that in traffic. But what do you know? It's a movie. Finally finds her, starts to plead her case, and all of a sudden, Peter Tingle goes off. And shit's going crazy. It's like, what's happening?
I like the Peter Tingle in this movie, by the way.
Yes, very much so. I like a very particular moment with the Peter Tingle too. We'll get to. Two actually. God, it's so good in this movie. And then we get the reveal of our boy, and my theater went fucking insane.
Yeah.
Hello, Peter. It was amazeballs, and that fight was pretty damn cool.
It was.
I love that, and especially when they both got the forearms at each other. I'm like, yes, these are a little competition. Yes, you do, bitch. Let's tear it up.
I will admit, he made him look like a bitch after he, he's like, I just took over your shit and made him look like. I'm like, so I kind of wish that wasn't the case there, but like the actual fight was awesome.
Oh yeah, so good. Fucking Alfred Molina just kills it.
Yeah, he's a great actor
as Doc Ock, man.
Yeah,
Dear
so
God, and I forgot just how aesthetically pleasing and awesome that character looks on screen and in motion. It's so awesome. Like even back to Spider-Man 2 and even to now, he just looks great. They fight, he takes over. He's like, listen, nanotech, it's mine now. He's like, well, you fucked up. Now it's mine.
Yeah.
And just basically takes control of him, which makes sense. I get it. And then they say, thank you so much. I'm gonna talk to the school. And then here comes the OG. Shit starts blowing up, pumpkin bomb greatness. And then you hear the laugh. My theater went crazy again.
So let me tell you, my theater on Doc Ock, they were like, whoa, okay, cool. But it was like, yeah, remember him from the trailer. Cool.
Right.
When Goblin came out, it's like no one saw the second trailer. Like I literally watched a guy go, oh my God. Oh, like it's like, wait, you didn't see the second trailer where he like this exact every shot that he's in right here is in the trailer. And it's like, you didn't see that it played before every movie for a long, it's like, what are you talking about? But it was funny as fuck because everybody was like, I love how, especially like in that opening night, because I'd already seen it. I love how everybody's losing their shit, going, "Oh my god, here we fucking go," and then just taken from you. It's just like, nope, like Doctor Strange portal gone.
Yep.
And like, because my cousin was like, oh, and gone, and I was like, I like said out loud, I was like, you don't get him yet. I was like, I fucking love it, because it just rips them from you.
So good. Yep. It's like just little tease, just make your dick
Which
jump.
Doctor
Just a little
Strange
bit,
should
but
have
don't
just
touch
went and
it.
grabbed him, but
Right. So up until that point, I really love what the movie is setting up. It's I don't want to say so much of a slow burn, but it took its time. It gave us the stakes, set up and dived a little bit more into Peter and literally what he is feeling from this reveal, as well as those around him. So I really love that. One, I really appreciated the stakes in this movie because they were heavy as fuck, and I loved it. So as you said, Strange comes in, does the whole thing. He already has Lizard trapped. He was like, this bitch was in the sewer. I don't know what the hell was happening. And now, because you wanted everyone to forget about you, you messed up this spell. So now every person who knows who Peter Parker is in every fucking reality is now here, is now making their way here because of you, homie. Thanks. Here's a fucking sorcerer bracelet. Help me bring these fuckers in. Fix this. Which was really good. And we got more dialogue, between Doc Ock and them and stuff like that. He starts to reveal. And he goes to hunt him off to go find all the baddies. And he goes after Electro. That was a pretty cool scene as well. Y'all just gonna sit there and act like I ain't butt-ass naked? I was like, I liked it.
Jamie Foxx was just Jamie Foxx. And like, that's one thing I wish that he was Max and not Jamie Foxx. Because why are you all of a sudden like cool as fuck?
The new this world changed him. It was different. I'm like, okay.
Well, that's the thing. He looks different, but he's not. He shouldn't act different. You know what I mean? Like, because it's that character, and so I didn't like how he's like.
Well,
like
he's
a smart ass.
He changed from dorky ass Max to Electro in Spider-Man 2.
Well, no, not really though. He looked like a nerdy ass guy that put some badass armor on and a LARP and was like, yeah, what's up now? Like that's what he acted like in Amazing Spider-Man 2. And so it made sense. He's like, nobody can fuck with me anymore, basically. And he's like, but in this one, he's like charismatic and like quippy and I'm sexy. And like, it's like, no, like you are nobody.
I liked it better.
Well, obviously it's better, but it's not the same character. Because I mean, Electro's horrible in Amazing Spider-Man 2 as a character, but
they just wrote it that the new world in this thing was different and changed.
Well, I think it was fine. But Jamie was like, "Yeah, I'll come back, but I ain't doing that."
Oh yeah, of
they're like,
course,
fine, because we need you back.
Run it in. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, so Electro and Sandman. I liked Sandman. I will be the first person to admit, Lizard and Sandman should have been cut out of this movie. They couldn't get the actors back, and
just the voices. I don't get why they didn't just come back.
And COVID stuff is from what I understand, because Gwen was supposed to be in it, Mary Jane was supposed to be in it from Toby's, all that. COVID got in the way. But they should have cut them out, because this movie with 3 villains, all those villains would have had much more development, screen time, things like that. And I think it would have been a much better situation. And Flint, Marco, like, hey, it's Flint. And like, I'm made out of nothing but sand. It's like, okay. And then, we get the reused footage at the end. It's like, they should have just cut
from
them
both
out.
of them. I'm like, did they just reuse? Because I thought when they cured them, we was going to get the actual actors. I'm like, okay, cool.
And you see it and you're like, that is reused.
That's from Spider-Man 3 and that's from fucking
Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah.
I'm like, oh God, they use the fucking sewer footage and the end of the movie footage for Lizard. I'm like,
correct.
I'm like, damn it.
But yeah, so I mean, cool scene. I liked that Flint was immediately like, hey, I'll help you, because like we're cool. And then, but also he immediately is like, what'd you just do to him? You kill him? And it's like, what are you talking about, man? Like, no, like I thought we were cool. Like, I don't know you.
Right. He's like, I don't even fucking know you.
Look,
you just killed this dude. Like, I don't know what's happening.
So I don't know. But
yeah. And I thought that was I thought the black suit was a whole new suit entirely. Nope, it was just a bitch inside out. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was sadly leaked a long time ago from some people. So that's a problem I have with this movie is Sony needs to figure out their fucking shit when it comes to keeping things secret.
I didn't look at shit, so that's why I.
Well, no, I
like,
didn't.
cool.
I didn't know it, but everybody said, "Look at it. It's from Homecoming. You can see the inside of the suit when he's hacking it, and it's that suit."
Oh yeah,
It's like, oh shit.
That's one thing. I went back and I looked at all the shit that like got leaked. I'm like, wow. One, John Campea is a fucking asshole.
Correct.
Two, yeah, everybody else who just leaked
It's
that
all
shit was dicks.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I was like, wow.
so much of it got leaked.
That was pretty good voice impression. What are you talking about, Brooklyn? Did you do a voice impression?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, all right. Moving on. So he's capturing all of them, and meanwhile, Norman is running around the streets of LA. Finally see him. He has his Norman and Goblin moment in the alley, and then breaks his mask. That's one thing I am so grateful that they did for this movie, is they just stripped his mask away and just let Willem be Willem.
Yeah,
I love that. I'm like, thank God, because it just proved to be so much better. So he goes to seek the help of Spider-Man. He finds Aunt May. She's at the feast facility, and she's like, listen, Spidey, your homie's here. Come get him. And he has no recollection of what's going on. He's back to Norman. And he decides to help. It's like, listen, we got to send these people back. And Aunt May, I really like what they did with her in this film. So I was saying, like, listen, this is your responsibility. Like, you're fucking Spider-Man. Like, either they come back, or we don't know about the death scene yet, but it's like, it's your responsibility to help them. Like, look around you. That's what we do.
I will be the first person. Like, I was like, hey, there's a really good chance Aunt May dies in this movie going into it.
Mhm.
And as soon as all of a sudden they like shoehorned that, she was like, no, you have to do this. Even though it's quite obvious, like, hey, a sorcerer is saying we need to get rid of these guys for the sake of the multiverse. It's like, no, we don't need to fuck with these guys here. Send them back. And as soon as she was like, no, this is what we do. This is what's right. I was like, oh, she's dead as fuck. Like, I was like, they're trying to give Marissa Tomei like one last hoorah, and then she's done. I was like, okay, let's see how they pull this off. So it was pretty funny.
That is hilarious. Good call. So, so he brings them back to, the fucking sanctum and all that shit. And he's warming around. We have the reunion of Otto. Like, all the villains are together now, and they have a really good, back and forth. And we get great line. I'm somewhat of a scientist myself, type shit, which was great callback. Love the conversation with him and Otto. I was like, homie, you're dead. Like, what's up? And they just going around, everybody's dead. So only thing that not freaked me out, I shouldn't say that, but was one plot hole. The first one, I was like, what? All the villains that are there know who Peter Parker is, like who Spider-Man is. Electro had no idea who he was.
That's correct.
So I'm like, I don't know why he's there, but hey, why not? We're here now. So
because I saw
what, bitch?
Good God Almighty, that scares the shit out of me. But I saw someone on Twitter like trying to write the movie, like fix the movie for people, and they were like, "Oh, well, obviously, Harry Osborn told Electro who he was. Harry didn't know either.
Did he?
No, Harry didn't know until after Electro died, and then when they were going to start the fight. Because I rewatched Amazing Spider-Man 2 2 days before I saw it, or whatever it was. And I really enjoy it, by the way. But
I told y'all.
But yeah, I was like, it's like wrong. Like y'all just needed to bring him back because it's cool.
He didn't find out to the end. Peter. I'm like, oh God, so bad. So basically that's when we find out that, hey, everybody dies by the hand of Spider-Man. It's literally their fate.
That's not true. That's not that's from the trailer. That's not actually what was happening in the movie. The point of the movie was they didn't know if they died or not.
I know, but I'm saying they died by the hand of Spider-Man.
Not everybody though.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Only a few of them.
Yeah.
So
just
that's why Sandman was like, yeah, you two motherfuckers die by them. And
Yeah.
Electro was like, yeah, shit, me fucking too, actually.
And then Lizard's like, "Hey, do I die?"
Yeah.
And that's when he's like, "I don't know if I want to go back because I don't want to find out." And same thing with Flint. So
Yeah. So yeah, and then Doctor Strange's like, listen, this is the only way we got to do it. We got to bring him back now. Here we go. And of course, Spidey has the moments like, listen, we can't send him back to die. Like, what if I can help them? What if we can cure them? Whatever it may be, which I absolutely love because it is a very Spider-Man fucking thing to do. So I absolutely loved that. There was a lot of growth for him in this movie, and I overall thoughts at the end, sure, whatever. So of course he fucks up. He's like, yeah, I can't let you do that. Zip, mine, and he takes it. And then we get a pretty cool Doctor Strange and Spider-Man little fight there. But before we do, Doctor Strange knocks the fuck out of his astral form. I was like, here, give me that. And then we have a really cool moment with
I fucking
Peter
hate
Tingle.
it. Doesn't make any sense.
So his Peter Tingle doesn't make sense? What do you mean?
With the fact that his unconscious body is moving the shit, it doesn't make any sense.
His senses are still there. He's still going crazy.
It doesn't make sense though, because he's not in control of it. Like his conscious is outside, and he's not trying to do that. The body's just doing it by itself. It just didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's just senses.
It was
does
his senses should be in the astral form.
Oh,
Like
no.
that's I don't know. This whole sequence, it's cool looking. I fucking hate it though. Like it doesn't make any sense at all.
Oh, I fucking
Spider-Man would never beat Doctor Strange in a fight, especially in the mirror dimension. Period. End of story.
It was geometry. There you go.
It's not though. That's the thing. That's why as soon as I was like, oh my god, this is such a Sony fucking movie. As soon as he started moving that shit, I was like, he better not win. And sure enough, yeah. So stupid. Good God Almighty.
A genius over magic? I don't know. Who knows?
It's fucking a 17-year-old knows geometry. You learn that in 10th grade.
Peter Parker is a genius. Okay. But no, I didn't care either way. It was a really cool fucking shit. It was great. So yeah, so he takes the box and says, listen, I got this. Then he brings it all back and begins the work to cure our villains or whatnot. Lizard decides to stay in the truck. First of all, I would have been like, no, motherfucker.
Exactly.
You're coming up here where I can see you.
It's called we don't want to pay for more CGI in these shots.
Right. Yeah, no. So it's exactly. Yeah, what Mark said. It kind of goes beyond just him and consciousness. But I can see where it's like that.
But he's not trying to. That's the thing. And Doctor Strange is not a threat to him. So his spider sense shouldn't,
Yeah, bitch, you're trying to take this from me. No, motherfucker. Leave it alone.
But that's the thing too, is in the movie, you never see his spider sense activate and he does something automatically. He has to figure out why. That's the whole point of what we see. And then his body can do it. So maybe he just needs to be in the astral form the whole fucking time and he won't have to think about it. He'll just fucking win.
I think that's I think so. Here's with that. I think I do get that too, and I think they're approaching different aspects of the Peter Tingle because there are some like, oh shit, danger. Here we go. We've seen him use it to jump out of things, but I think we saw something new this movie with like the pinpointing and like, well, we'll get to that scene because we're about there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he's gonna fix everybody. He uses the Stark tech. Electro's like, oh shit. That fucking thing over there
reactor
looks great.
Nice.
I look at this world like I want to fucking. So he gives him everybody gives Peter a chance and he starts doing it. He cures Doc Ock. He's like, thank you so much, my boy. How can I help? Yada yada yada. Him and Norman are cracking at it and working together, doing all this other shit. So then, of course,
yeah, Brooklyn. We'll get to that.
Huh? Oh,
it's terrible.
So yeah, so that happens, and all of a sudden, in the middle of the work, the tingle goes off. And meanwhile, J. Jonah is on his way and arrives. Like, where the fuck, Spidey? I need my pictures. He's a menace. Yada 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 yada.
He's a menace.
Right, right. And then Peter Tingle happens. I love the way that they filmed that. I love the way that they filmed Peter Tingle in this movie.
Yeah.
So he gets up, very handheld, like, what the fuck is going on? And he's literally looking at everybody. Electro's like, why the fuck you looking at me? Like, what's going on?
Mhm.
And he closes his eyes, he focuses, and then fucking thwip right on this
Yeah.
motherfucker on Norman. I was like, what's going on? And I love that. Like, Norman's on sabbatical, honey. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's amazing.
What one part I do want to pinpoint with it that I like in that scene while he's doing the Peter Tingle is they're like, what's wrong? What's going on? And he's like, I don't know. And I love how he's like, May, he's like, I need you near me, basically. Is
Yeah.
like, something's up. I need you down here. And she's doing like incense, which is stupid, but like, I just like that he's like, that's first. Is like,
Yeah.
I'm surrounded by all these people. I need her as close to me as she needs to be. And
Yeah.
I dug that little detail. Sorry.
No, very much so. That was really great. And then Goblin comes awake. He's like, listen, I've been watching you through this motherfucker's eyes for a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking
And I'm watching
Octavius activated him. Damn it.
Oh, yeah.
Because
It's
he
like,
asked him,
how does it feel to be whole again?
you're done. Like, you don't have to deal with that anymore. And he's like, as you can see him get taken back over because he's like,
Oh, yeah.
fuck that.
Oh, yeah. He's like, no more darker half. Only you. He's like, only me. I was like, oh, shit. It was that moment. And then, yeah, he just gives a speech of like, listen, you're sitting here trying to use her, fight for her morals. And
Yeah.
I'm watching you crumble, trying to choose while the world just all this great speech. He's like, listen, gods don't ask for forgiveness. We're not sick. We don't need to be cured. And of course, the villains are like, you're fucking right. Ooh, and everyone starts ripping out this shit. Electro, all of them.
Yeah.
Fucking
Sandman doesn't make sense. Lizard doesn't make sense.
Well, Lizard was always just a jackass. But Sandman, I was like, you made a turn.
Oh, yeah. What happened there, bud?
Sandman, I was like, you made a turn, buddy.
Octavius gets
Get
attacked
blasted
by
out the window.
Electro, and then he just dips. It's like, come back. Help me. I can't do that. But it's fucking good.
Yeah, it is.
Help me.
Right.
But yeah,
And then,
I don't know, but cool ass fight coming up.
oh my god, bro.
Yeah.
I fucking love this fight. Like,
I think it's okay.
Oh no, I fucking love it. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Like, it's just brutal going through fucking
think-
walls and floor. Oh,
So that's the I dig that. I do think there are two moments in this movie that are straight in camera wire work, and they're both massive moments, and they both look horrible. And one of them is when he flips and like goes through the floor on him, like Spider-Man PS4.
yeah.
And then the other one's in the final fight when he
so
does this
badass.
front flip power bomb thing, and it is so not how physics works at all.
Fuck physics, superhero movie. There aren't any. So
That's not true.
there's a man crawling on fucking walls. None of it makes sense.
But he's holding them by his pants, by his fingers, and he's like, like you could just tell, like they should have done that whole thing in CG and made it fucking monstrous. But that's at the end.
It's the Dudley bomb through the. He picked this motherfucker up, caught him, and just went
He
straight
just did a
through
power
like 3
bomb,
floors. I was like, oh my god, this fight is sexy, and it's like, oh, I just love it. I love that how grounded the fights were, because usually Spider-Man's like fling, 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 flip, flip, flip. It was like, no, we catching hands this film. I'm like, yes, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it.
I will admit, one thing I was massively missing was a Goblin on his glider fight, because Spider-Man can actually flip around and do all that. And as soon as Goblin's on the glider at the end, he just gets it taken out. And like, I think that we missed out on something big there, because like, I get they were going for something different for both characters, but like, it doesn't fit either of them to have that kind of brawling smash. Like, they're not heavy enough to smash through the floor like that. But
they're strong enough.
Yeah, but they're not dense enough. Like, I mean, I can throw a tennis ball at the speed of light and it would explode before it went through the floor. You know what I mean?
I guess I get what you're saying, but I think it's thinking too logically in the superhero. Like, just fucking crash through walls. That's what we want to see.
But that's a Hulk thing. That's not a Spidey thing. But anyway, continue.
Motherfucker.
We're
So
going to go through this whole movie. We're going to have an
everyone
hour
flies
of you
through.
just summarizing the movie before we get to talk about points.
No, talk about them in between. Shit. That's what we're going through it for. So,
All right, go for it.
Yes. So all of them fucking spread out. They fly away. They escape. Meanwhile, fucking, Goblin and Spidey are on the floor. He's got his ass whooped. And May is here. And then, the big moment happens. The fucking glider comes up and smacks the shit out of Aunt May. So I'm thinking, oh shit, she's done right there because she just got smashed by a glider. But she gets up a little bit. It's like, whew, what's going on? All right, I'm fine. Yada, yada, yada. I'm so sorry. I should listen to Strange. And then no. And we have the big, big moment. We get the line. Like, this is what we do. Like, heroes, all this good shit. With great power must come great responsibility. My fucking theater goes insane. Did yours do anything for that?
No, because we all knew she was about to die.
Oh, fuck. You didn't go insane for that line? Your theater sucks.
I mean, if anything, no, that line should never go insane because it's supposed to be a very meaningful, quiet moment. But yeah, I mean, we all were like, oh, wow. Like, it really, everybody was going, like, that's what they decided to do with it. Okay. Like, and it was kind of, most people were like, I'm okay with that. Like, I like that. Is kind of the feeling of people were like, everybody acknowledged, like, out loud. They were like, oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, I said we didn't go like whoa, but it was like get the claps, stuff like that.
If Venom was in this movie, Poopy Pants, it would have been 10 times worse. Continue, John.
Oh yeah,
that's the only thing he doesn't like about it.
Horrible. That would have been horrible if he was in that movie. So yeah, and then she starts to die, and then with the music and Tom's performance, I felt it. It sucked. I was like, damn,
for sure.
Holy shit, dude. And Kenya brought it up because he hates everything, but I really resonated with May in this film. I love that they gave her more to do. They made her more established and more important, because obviously, like I said, they're planning on offing her.
That's
but
what
it
problem
worked.
is.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it worked, but like I do go back to something like Iron Man 3, and it's like as soon as you get Happy Hogan walking around by himself and he has his own scene, you're like, oh, he's gonna die. And like that's exactly what happens. And he asked, the director, hey, please don't kill me. And they brought him back. But that was literally the point, is like all of a sudden it was like, oh, we'll make Happy a character because we need people to connect to him so he can die and they feel it. And that's exactly how I felt with May here, is like as soon as she was like, no, you have to do this, and like listen to what I'm saying, you need to do this. And it was like, I was like, oh, they're gonna kill her. Okay, interesting. Like you can just immediately tell. And I think that's a problem. She should have been an important character from the beginning.
Right.
Like one thing Kenya said earlier was true. Is like, this is the first time we saw her parent in the whole trilogy, which is a point. Like I actually do think that could have benefited. People are saying what we were kind of talking about earlier. Hey, he's young. Like, don't treat him like he's a grown man, but like he should be getting parented then. But instead he's off fucking around doing whatever he wants. And it's like, okay, I think that if they had grounded that more and had her having to parent him the whole time and make him, like, if she was super, influencing on him the whole time and then this happened, it would have hit.
Yeah, I think you're right there for sure. This was her most important film out of the three by far.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, I just love it. Her performance was great as she was dying and all that. I just love that scene.
Yeah. Happy just rolling up to the front door while there's guns. That's like, what are you doing? But they would not have allowed that to happen. They would have bazookaed your ass when you enter the parking lot. But
no. For me, it was at this point where, to me, when shit starts going wrong to the apartment to the end of the movie, was just fucking perfect to me. I just think like I just loved every second of all of it.
Disagree.
Of course.
We'll talk about it though.
Yes. So Happy says, fucking run, they're here to get you, and he gets shot. Like, holy shit, these stakes are getting real. Like, we're getting really dark, really mature, really fast, and I like it.
And then nothing happens with it. He's perfectly fine.
Well, him being shot?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the suit.
Oh, gone again. He's gone. Did he say Cowboys? Oh, he's gone.
Gone.
Oh, no, welcome back.
And on the other side.
Got it.
Okay, here we go.
There were lots of firsts in this movie.
Yeah, there was.
Parenting, the MJ relationship. Well, that was the point of the last movie, was they got in a relationship at the end.
But
It would have been weird if they were doing it in the
that's very
first
true.
movie, but they weren't together.
Right.
They just
And I
fuck.
did love their relationship in this too.
Oh no, they're very good.
Yeah, and then at the end, we'll get to there. So yeah, but I think they just hit the suit because it got nanofied. Because I thought about that too. I'm like, wait, so is his shoulder
Well, then
fine?
that
But
takes the stakes away.
he does heal a little bit, but I was like, okay. So then we get the scene. We're back with MJ and Ned at Ned's house, and he's a master. Wizard, not master, but
Of the
he gets
mystic
it.
fucking arts, man. Yeah, this makes total sense. Took Doctor Strange months to make a portal.
Yeah. Plot hole number 2 for me. I was like, wow, Ned, you just really okay.
It's just, it literally is like, oh, this is a Sony moment. Like, is exactly how I feel, and I hate that shit.
Yeah, it's yeah. And yes, Spider-Man has a healing factor, Kenya. But yeah, so they're sitting there worried, like, we haven't heard from Peter. I want to push the button. And I was like, yeah, I just really wish he was here. And then fucking Sparks
push the button.
She was like, whoa.
Like, it would have saved everything.
She was like, what the fuck? Do it again. So he was like, show me Peter. I want to see Peter. Show me Peter. And then the fucking portal finally opens. And then we see Spider-Man. Everyone's like, oh shit, there he is. Hey,
see,
Peter,
that's one thing that's so funny is like, I immediately know by the eyes. I'm like, it's fucking Andrew. You know, like like the diehard people know. And so I remember in the press screen, I was like, oh, it's fucking him. And everybody was like, yeah, it's Spider-Man. And I was like, y'all are idiots. Like, oh, y'all are fucking dumbasses.
Like, oh, like, what the fuck am I sitting in?
Go ahead, keep going, because this is an interesting part.
So, yeah. So he turns around, like, hey, come. He's all like, woo. And then he starts running towards the portal, and then boom, just hops out the motherfucker, and the theater fucking explodes. Like, I'm dying. Everyone's dying. I can't control my bodily functions. And then he takes the mask off, and then it gets even deeper. I'm like, holy hell.
I do think that's poorly executed in a way, because it was literally, ah! And while people are still screaming, ah! Like, they were like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know he was going to take the mask off. Like, I think that they should have just had him take the mask off, like, as he's about to jump in or something, to where it's like here's, like, I'll just say this now, but like, we had no Cap catching Mjolnir moments in this movie. Like, giant moment, take a second, fucking scream, or like Wanda showing up to fight Thanos is kind of the moment where they all land on the rock together.
Okay, I would say that and them swinging together, I think, is like the moments.
But that's the swinging part's a full scene. I'm talking about moments. Like, there's a reason why one of my wallpapers is Cap with the hammer. It was a fucking moment. We have one moment in this movie, and it's the rocks. Like, that's when they land on the rocks. That's it. But I like Andrew's reveal.
Oh yeah.
But then I will also admit, he reveal, and then let's sit down and just talk for 5 fucking minutes, and it immediately, like,
I'm here for it.
Boring as fuck. Because I'm sitting there going, like, he's in a Spider-Man suit. He's fucking Spider-Man. Like, what do you mean? Like, or he should have just webbed her. But instead he's like, crawl.
Please don't throw the bread. Don't throw the bread.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that for? I loved it. I could let them talk all day because Andrew Garfield is a fucking delight.
That's correct, but it didn't feel like a it was just a moment of like, hey, these characters are together now, let's see them interact, instead of celebrating Andrew. I feel like we missed out on celebrating them.
We didn't, and we'll get to that. I feel like they did.
I know what you're talking about, and they fucked it up too.
Oh, I don't think so. That was fucking great.
The catch is terrible.
The catch.
When she's falling.
Wait, what?
It's fucking terrible. But go ahead and get to the really.
I can't have this conversation. No. So yeah. So I do have something to say on that scene and pick up on what you said a little bit though, on the terms of talking and all that. So we get them, we prove it, yada yada yada. And he said, "That's not him. Try to get him." So I was like, "Okay, show me the real Peter. Show me the real Peter. Show me the real Peter." And another portal opens, and then out walks fucking Toby. And then yeah, it was just my heart stopped. Everyone, I was like, "Oh my god, this is
So bad.
fucking." I don't give a fuck about that script. It was beautiful. I just all of it.
It was
But
a guy
it
in a
could
fucking
have, huh?
jacket just steps through.
Oh yeah, to just get the suit reveal after.
You don't get it. I'm so glad you said that. You don't get a fucking suit reveal in this movie for him. It's horrible. It's fucking horrible. But go
What do
ahead.
you mean? What do you mean like a full like
A moment.
fucking turn up?
We
suit,
get
like,
to see. Yeah,
yeah.
no. His suit reveal is him stretching on the fucking balcony of that shit. It's terrible.
So we
It's-
don't get a
here we
suit
go.
reveal. No. Yeah. Yeah. No, it was interesting because I didn't think. To me, that was good enough because I didn't think we was going to get him in the suit at all. Because when he stepped through in the clothes, I was like, "Oh, we're not getting him in the suit." Okay,
Oh my
fine.
god, you're crazy.
No, not at all. We've had this conversation, motherfuckers. Like, if he doesn't, we don't know if he's going to be in the suit. We don't know. It's like, I just want to make an appearance. We don't
That's
know. It's
after.
fucking
Okay,
Toby.
well, we haven't talked since the fucking trailer where they accidentally show that there's a invisible kick happening. Like, it's quite obvious in that one shot that there's 3 of them. Like, we've known that there was going to be him in the suit.
Hey, he could be whooping ass in street clothes. We don't know.
No, he couldn't.
So
I do. So what I want to get to, and this is this me writing the movie after seeing it? Yes. But is this also me going, how in the fuck did they film this? 100%. And that is the fact of not only is Ned opening portals, great.
Mm.
Let's open the first one. It just so happens to be Andrew. I can deal with that. Like, and I think that he is quirky enough, and Andrew's a fucking incredible actor. So the conversations, everything, he kills it.
ridiculous.
He's having the most fun. It's his movie for me for the rest of the movie. But then it's try to find another one. It 100% should have been a random fucking guy named Peter Parker. There are hundreds in New York City. Hundreds of those. And Toby should have had a fucking later on boom moment where everybody's like, is he going to show up? This kind of like, and fucking explosion. And instead, it's Ned opens 2 portals, and it's our only other 2 Spider-Men in this movie. And that's really fucking bad. Like,
So I won't argue that. I'm not going to because I expected a bigger one.
right. So I just want, like Poopy Pants earlier saying like nothing could have been better. This, that. No, like the movie is really fucking good, but oh my God, did they massively miss the mark on some things that could have been blow the fucking roof off the place. And that is most definitely one of them.
I agree. I expected a bigger reveal for them, but I see why they didn't story-wise and what they needed the characters to do. I get because they were in it a lot more than I thought they were, especially Toby. A lot more. But going back to what you said about the scene, I did not mind it because I loved all of the talking points with all of them in the room together. The only thing that kept pissing me off was the grandmother. I'm like, because we have these moments where we're
That's
talking,
what I mean.
and I'm just like, oh my God, they're in the same fucking room together.
And
like,
just
they're
slam
talking.
on the brakes.
And then, I'm like, shut up. I'm like, get the fuck. I don't care about
Like,
you, woman.
it was literally like when she asked about the cobwebs, I'm
Yeah.
like, he should have just webbed them. Just, okay,
Yeah.
thanks. Bye. Like, we got shit to do. We're dealing with, like, his Aunt May just died.
Yeah.
And it's just skirt, just slam on the brakes. Hit the gas, slam on the brakes. And it's really, they could have done so much better. And it was all, they're going for comedy.
Right. It didn't work for me. Like I said, the only thing was that part of the comedy didn't work because it broke up something that was so integral what was happening right now, and I loved. And then grandma, I'm like, can we get the fucking grandma out of here, please?
Toby ain't trying to steal the show. People would have been mad. No, this should have been a celebration because you will never see that motherfucker again. Never.
Not in Spider-Man.
Yeah. So like, this should have been a celebration for them, and you didn't get that for either of them. They were literally.
I don't know. I can't say that. But yeah, we skipped over it. That was a beautiful fucking shot, by the way, and scene with um, Tom watching Joan on the screen and feeling after everything that
Okay,
happened. I fucking
people
love that.
people are obsessing over that. That's the one scene I'm going, the CGI is terrible. Like I like that shot that it's supposed to be like it looks straight out of a comic book, but like
Yeah.
it is 100% just a CG, like Peter just standing there looking at this CG, after the fact filmed Jay Jonah on the thing. And I'm like, it takes me out as soon as I see it because everything is super crisp and then it's like blatant. So I wish that I loved that scene. Like people are obsessing over it. And it's obviously a
loved it.
massive scene, but
Yeah.
that shot, like, I wish I loved it more, but I just don't.
Oh, I loved it. But so after that scene with interrupting ass fucking grandma, Toby's like, hey, we came here for your friend. That's not your friend. We're talking yada yada yada. Is there any way he can go? So they go to the top of the school. He's sitting there fucking breaking down. Another heartfelt. I'm like, fuck, Tom is fucking killing it this movie. Great.
Mhm.
And then she's like, hey, we brought some people. And then we look up. I was like, oh, that's also a badass scene. They both jump down. And when they do that pan
He
of
should have
both
been in
of
his
them,
suit
I
there.
loved it. Oh, yeah.
He's stood there in his bomber jackets hanging. I'm like, man, that would have been an iconic shot.
It would have been. I still love the scene of two of them when they panned around. I was like, and them rising up.
It's
I
a
was like,
cool,
really awesome.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it was. It really reminded me of Transformers. It reminded me.
I can see that. That's
like,
such a Michael Bay shot.
Yeah, and I was like, they're
Yeah,
hidden in the dark. You can't see them, and I'm like, that's fucking annoying, but that's okay.
And then Tom's like, listen, I'm sorry about y'all in here. It's nice to see y'all. I'm sending y'all the fuck home. I'm done.
Which is so stupid. He should be going, oh my God. Like,
well, he probably should, but shit just happens. So it's like, he blames himself. He blames all of this. So I'm like, I get it. But then, of course, we start having, I just love that fucking scene. All of them together talking. And, with great power comes great responsibility. Like, they finish on his lines. And listen, she was my, I lost Gwen. I lost Uncle Ben. She was my MJ. Andrew was such a fucking good act, bro.
He's the best actor. Oh my God.
Minute all three of them together, outside of Tom, because he's been killing it through the whole shit.
Of
but
course.
Minute Andrew pops up, I'm like,
he's
what
amazing.
the fuck? Like,
you're amazing.
What the fuck? The emotion in his eyes alone and just a little fucking quiver lip, I'm like, I feel it. I've just got a break. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, so maybe she didn't die for nothing. Like, this was the uplifting moment. And then back to school. And they're looking at each other's, cures and shit. And I love that they finally talked about the web shit. I'm like, are they going to do that?
I know, man.
They should. And I love it. It's like, what's that? I was like, I love you for my cartilage. She's like, you don't have that? It's like, no. It's like, that just come out of you.
And I love, he's like, what the hell is...
Oh, Andrew's like, how are you doing? I love that. And just another great moment. They did the Spidey meme. That was great.
Yeah.
I just love all three of them together. I just love what's
only
happening.
Thing I want to pinpoint, this is a negative for me that here's the thing is I'm bringing up negatives because all I'm seeing is people going 10 out of 10, best movie ever, things like that. It's a really good movie. It's not a 10 out of 10 for me. And so I just want people to realize why I'm saying what I'm saying. So I just want to pinpoint that we have the massive scene of the three of them talking, all crying. Aunt May's dead. Yeah. Here's what's going on. Then we go to the school. Aunt May is never brought up again. Like, until he's at the grave. Nothing is, and I really wish that, like, we massively missed a moment, not only with Toby talking to Goblin, but Tom should have been fucking dogging him. Like, meaningful fucking dialogue while he's fighting him. Like, and Goblin should be going back at him how he does. Goblin says stuff. Like, you're the one that killed her and blah blah blah. But like Tom just being quiet, like I think that May deserved some real shit right there because we don't hear about her. Everything is happy, jolly. Let's go make some cures. And I really think that they should have, and literally in the school, MJ goes up to him and goes, "Hey, are you all right?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm good. How are you? Are you okay?" It's like, your aunt just died because of you. You're good now? It's been an hour.
I don't think he's literally good now. I
No,
think
but
he's
that's
just
but
looking
that's
more for
but you see
her.
what I'm saying
Like,
though is
yeah,
no, because
yeah.
he should be fucking crying the whole time. He should be absolutely delirious. If
I don't think so because there's no time for that after the fact. Like you have to go save. Like you have to go do some shit. You can't spend the whole time crying. Like you have
hit
to
the
go.
button,
Huh?
hit
That's
the
not
button.
his.
Then
He can't do it. That's not Spider-Man. That's the whole point. He's not going to do that. He
that's not
should, but he's not
correct.
going to
That's
do
the thing
that.
though. There's no time. There's all the time in the world. Hit the fucking button and everything's
This ain't
fixed.
James Bond, damn it. There's no time. We
I mean,
we
so,
gotta
but
fix these
you
motherfuckers.
see what I'm saying though? I mean,
I'm like, I get it, but in reality, there's no time to do that. Like you had your moments, you did, but now it's like, okay, we need to fix these situations. We need to do it because like you can't spend the whole time crying. You're gonna fucking get your ass whooped. And you're not gonna solve anything. So it's like do the shit after.
they
So
should
it's
have
like
had that then. They shouldn't have just let him gloss over it.
I don't think he did. He just has to take care of this shit. He's like, I gotta go do this, and I don't think
Nah.
he's literally okay. I just think he's worried about her right now. Like MJ, like you good?
I'm not
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
write the next MCU movie, but I will go over a fucking script and say, what the fuck are y'all thinking? But
Right, but no,
because
I
I
definitely
can't
see that,
write, but I can proofread.
I just think I get it for story wise. You can't harp on that, and I think at the end with the Goblin
You
fight,
can't harp on that.
no, you already did. They did two
She
beautiful
died
scenes with
an
that.
hour
Yes,
ago.
yes, and he has to go do this. He can't fight Goblin. All them sitting there crying like, oh my god, no, I have to take care of this, and then you grieve, and then you did. So it's like you don't grieve too much. So like shit like stuff that does like for Thor Ragnarok, not grieving enough, fucking hate it. For this, he grieved a lot, fucking hate it. Where's the thing?
He grieved a
he has
lot.
to-
He grieved for 15 minutes.
He grieved the first fucking time when he lost her. He grieved her on the fucking rooftop. He grieved her again watching Jay Jonas. Why do I keep saying Jay Jonas? Jay Jonas.
Jay Jomason.
Jay Jomason. He grieved 3 times. We had moments with him. Like now it's time to fucking nut the shit up. Go save this, beat his ass, and then do it after.
I guess it's more so the idea of the other two are just like, hey, let's go ahead and just knock this out, man. And it's like the seriousness goes away. The stakes went away because it literally, they told him, hey, basically, we're not going to let you kill him. So let's cure him.
Yeah.
And then it's like, let's have fun with this. We're going to knock this out. And I just think that the stakes went away. And they never come back. I mean, really.
Oh, I don't need convincing, can you? That's what I'm saying. But no, I get it. I think what they did worked. You go do your business, and then he grieved after. I think it worked out well.
I just think it's very stereotypical of exactly how they treated May, where she was side character for the first 2 movies. Give her a ton of shit, let her die, forget her.
She's literally not forgotten. We come back to her at the end. She's not forgotten.
You go and sit at her grave. Great. Like,
yes, I'm going to sit there, remember you. Everything you stood for, I will keep going. But metaphorically with Happy.
He's super emotional during the fight with Goblin. He should be saying why. He should be looking Goblin in his eyes because he knows.
I will give you that. I think he should have, but I think the rage was like, I just want to fucking kill you. I don't want to say shit.
But that's the thing, though, is he knows he's either going to kill him or he's going to cure him. He should want Goblin to hear why those 2 things are going to happen because either way, Goblin's gone. And I really think he should be saying all that. I'm doing this for May, this, that, the other, like all that kind of stuff. And instead, it's just silent.
Agree with you there. I do
so
understand.
I wish that she, because that's the thing too, is you go back to them talking and they're like, with great power comes great responsibility. How do you know that? Uncle Ben said it. Who the fuck's Uncle Ben for us? We don't know. Peter doesn't, or Tom doesn't do anything to it. They keep bringing up Uncle Ben. He's like, I didn't even like that motherfucker. Like he dipped on us, whatever, I don't know. And so it's like, I don't know. It's, like, I feel like they could have gone a little, cause I wish that Andrew was like, cause Andrew should have brought up like, oh yeah, like I was the reason my Uncle Ben died. Also my girl, like, but instead he's like, I lost Gwen. It's like, your Uncle Ben was a massive situation for you. And like,
I think they didn't want to hammer on the Ben. I'm glad they didn't because we got enough with Toby. We know that. Bring us Gwen. That's the one everyone remembers and fucking sits through. Not Ben. When it comes to Andrews, at least.
But it's so good. Uncle Ben. It's so fucking good.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just cried his eyes
Well,
out.
just because he's just fucking amazing.
He's
at just delivering
unbelievable,
anything.
man. I
Yeah.
fucking love him to death. I want to just hug him.
Absolutely. But no, I will agree with you on the last seconds, but I do understand that sometimes just rage just takes over, and I don't want to say shit. I want you just fucking dead. But I do wish they do mention it, but I'm glad Goblin did. So yeah, so they're finally there, and they're all talking about it, 3 together, waiting, and I love that. Like, hey, like, what's the strangest villains you ever fought? And you talk
me
more
crack
about
your
the
back.
ribs. Absolutely, they went back to
So
his back
stupid.
being fucked up. I like that. My back, my back.
It is funny. My back.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
I just got to talk about the non-reveal of the suit for Toby. He deserved something massive for that. And the fact that we got this, and then it's just him. It's literally just like little shots of him. Like I was like in the moment, I'm going, because there's a shot of him. He webs something and you're just seeing him web it.
Yeah,
And he's like, I got it. And
Yeah.
then you see him peek under and it was real quick. And I'm like, oh, they're saving it. They're saving it. And then it's literally him going, ugh. And I was like, it's literally, instead of a celebration, it was just funny. And then I also agree with what Kenya just said.
Celebration, bitches.
The back popping scene, although funny, took too long. And yeah, even what
Took too long. Popped it and it was done.
With Akasan though, like it's kind of disrespectful how long they're just kind of like
What?
dilly-dallying. It's like for those characters, because for all of us, Toby was monumental. Obviously his movies are not like, they don't hold up as well as they did back then, all that kind of stuff, because things have gotten so much better, but like he is still all like he's the OG. And so I really think that, like, I go to Endgame because that's the thing too. Amy Pascal told everyone in an interview, this is the Endgame of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, fucking let's go. And they like, do you remember the screams, even just like when Wanda lands in front of Thanos?
Oh yeah.
In the theater. She's been gone for half a movie. And she got that because they fucking respected her. And they said, no, watch this shit. She'll get unbelievable screams. They didn't get those moments. They got fucking walking into a kitchen. And it's like, they deserve some moments. And even at
those
least
moments
with their
alone
villains
were great, man. Like just as fans, like seeing that was great. But I get what you're talking about in terms of seeing. I get that part.
I can't think of a worse way to do it. Like it was literally the most bland way. Like, hey, we're bringing him back. We'll just let him pop in real quick and get this shit moving.
I will agree with you, but it's still fucking epic to see. I like.
Well, that's the thing though. Is I mean, I could like when they bring back, you know, Chris Evans and RDJ for Secret Wars, people are going to scream regardless.
Right.
But are you going to fucking give us a scene, or are you going to let them just pop? Hey guys, just peek around the corner. I'm back. What's up? What do we got? Like, no, they're going to fucking let them stand there. Like that was the thing is Endgame said, give them moments and let it breathe. And like, you know, Avengers assemble and you get to just scream while they're all running. Everybody, the crowd, like it's a fucking concert.
Yeah.
We got nothing like that here. Like the scene of them all running and they start swinging around each other is awesome. And it's cool. But like that should have been the final badass moment of the three of them together, not the only, if that makes any sense.
Well, I don't say badass, but honestly, I just like the scenes of them together. Like I didn't.
No, of course. I love Andrew saying like, "Oh man, I always wanted brothers," and like all that kind of shit. And Andrew telling me loves them. Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Are you in a band? Is that a band?
Is that a band?
It's fucking great. Like Andrew. And that's the thing too. That's the only time in the movie that Toby acts is that line.
Oh.
The whole rest of the movie is him just hanging out. And that one moment where he goes,
well, the Ben stuff was pretty good. Yeah.
But he's just talking. I mean, really,
he's
just
some eyes swelling up.
Yeah, but he really just doing. But I love when he
and at the end,
it was just him shaking.
He does good with that. But
I mean, that's it.
He does good with those shaking his little eyes and shit.
But because he doesn't even say anything. That's dialogue.
He didn't need.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Not
for that.
That's
what
I mean.
What are we gonna say? We'll get to that. I want to hear your thoughts on that. But what were you gonna say?
It's just there's so many things in this movie. The movie's great. I'm glad they brought them all back. We knew that though. Give us fucking iconic moments. Not many.
I don't know.
Because we're only going to get this once. Name Toby's iconic moment.
I will. I'm not arguing with you at all with that in terms of execution. But I still think they're iconic for what we got to see them together or two together or whatnot. I think we've become comfortable with the term definition of iconic being something epic. Like
okay, sorry. I mean epic is what I mean. In the review I wrote, I used the word it lacked epicness.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah, in terms of like a grand scale, I get, but I think even in the calm moments, there's epic just because we haven't seen it and it's here. But like I said, I won't argue with you in your definition for it at all because I understand that. I just think in terms of difference, it still hits, but I get what you're saying too.
Toby looked tired as fuck. He does. He's just there.
He does. He very much reminded me of the reshoots for Ben Affleck in Justice League.
Sure.
At the end, we're talking to Manhunter. He's just there. Like it's good enough. Cool.
You can't deny the fact that like there's a reason it's a funny ass line, but it's making the best of a dumb situation. But when he looks like
a youth pastor,
when you got a suit. Like a cool youth pastor, the reason he's dressed like that is because Toby said, "I'm not going to stand there in my spandex the whole time. I don't look that good anymore." All those things. When in reality, they're going, we can CG it, whatever. But he's like, no, right. Give me comfy ass clothes. I was, at the movies with MJ and y'all just rip me from this shit. That'll be the end of it. And like, right. That's literally what it looked like. And you can just tell that. Whereas you have Andrew and he's like, I want nothing but the spandex. Like, oh, yeah. I love how they give him a lab coat at the thing just to cover it. But like every time his hand comes up, like, it's the Spidey suit's here, and here, and it's just like he's not taking that shit off, like because there's plenty of clothes all over the place. He could take some clothes if he wanted to change. Nah, he's just ready to be in this shoot, and it's fucking awesome. I love it to death.
No, it was, and just everything Andrew did, just in front of camera and off somewhere on the side, was just magic.
He wanted it.
I'm like, I can't.
Fucking wanted it.
He did. So, like I said, we got the fight. I want to get to this because that crushed my heart saying that. They're fighting all the villains, they're curing them left and right, and then MJ begins to fall. This after they cure him and Goblin comes.
Correct.
Spider-Man, come out and play, and Doc Ock comes and helps and save, and we have a really good moment between him and Toby, which I liked.
Skirt.
Hey, my boy.
But yes.
What does that mean?
When they all slam on the brakes to just talk for a little bit.
Oh, it happens.
And can I just say, the only times that we get their themes in the whole fucking movie.
That is true.
Epicness. We needed moments.
We never got Andrew's theme. That pissed me off.
Is it not his theme when he's talking to Electro?
No.
Okay.
Andrew's theme
it's something from his movies, though.
Upbeat. No, because like I said, I'm listening to the whole fucking thing. Andrew's is not in anywhere.
Okay. I could have sworn it was like a slowed down version of just, soft. Kind of sound,
his is fast. It's like bum, 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 bum. Like his is a lot more upbeat.
Okay.
They played electros. I'm like, oh, you fucking play electros, but you didn't play Andrews.
Like literally, that's what I'm talking about. Though is like they should have had epic moments. Here's their theme that you remember, especially Toby. If you're going to do one,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Because obviously Andrews is a great theme, but it's not Toby's theme, really.
Oh, yeah, no. And they played it one more time, panning into the school that they were at to do the cure stuff. But that was it.
And so that's what it's like, blaring. It should have been blaring.
It should have.
You know what I mean? And so they just didn't give him a moment for it. Like, I fully believe that Giacchino would have given it to us if he had a moment to put it in there. And so that's what I mean is he tried to give it to like, oh, we have these two heartfelt moments to talk. Let's give them tidbits. Because I really want to say I remember hearing tidbits of Andrews in that Electro conversation.
If it was, it might have been like from the first Spider-Man.
I want to say
it was an Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I want to say it was just super slow and like just like piano, just like calm, which I agree. Andrew's theme is fucking going, but because Toby's
Yeah.
theme is super, like they just kind of play it softly in the background while they're talking.
Yeah.
But and yeah, the scene between Doc Ock and Toby is adorable.
Yeah,
But
my
it
dear
really
boy.
it makes
Bro.
me upset that we don't get, which this is because he wasn't there, but like Flint, nothing really good with Toby and Flint.
Yeah,
and
no.
then
Because half the
but-
motherfucker, yeah, like I said, weren't there.
but Goblin and Toby should have had
Yeah,
a moment. Like
they should have. I will say that. Because like here, I'm only gonna play a few seconds so we don't get copyrighted. What's this shit at? Because like I was looking for this shit. Bitch, come on. This
right.
shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's what I was looking for. I'm like, oh shit, let's do it. Didn't get it. I'm like, fuck. So yeah, so then MJ starts to fall. Tom goes after her. Goblin says, fuck you.
It's exactly what we all said was going to happen, by the way.
Yes, because it only made sense, to be honest with you. And then because we brought it up earlier, stuff like that would go in, and he jumps after her, goes and saves her, of course. Which I was like, oh my god, yes. And then we get more amazing shit from Andrew, just holding her. It's like, you okay? It's like, yeah, I'm fine. And then the face, I was like, oh my god. It was like, are you okay? It's like, yeah. I was like, oh, this is fucking amazing. Now speak your shit, because I need to hear this. What's
It was
happening?
the ugliest, fastest fucking thing. They should have completely mirrored.
So you wanted another 25-minute fall for this?
Yes.
For these two?
Give
No.
it stakes. Give it beauty. Give it cinema.
There's no
Instead, it's
stakes.
just.
You knew he was gonna
But
catch
that's
her.
but that's the point, though. Is it's not for her. It's for him. He saved himself.
Right. And that
So
was
give it emotion. Instead, he just lands and when I say she's falling, he jumps. He's standing there, and he's just like, "Hey, you okay? Yeah, I'm good. You okay? Yeah." And like, it is a
no.
15-second
You
scene.
would not do that. He grabs
15
her,
seconds.
and in that face of emotion when he acts
that's-
you after that, all that
Okay.
was great. You will not
Give me a second.
sir.
Give me a fucking second here. This is quite obviously Andrew is giving it his best shot. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is not a good movie, but he fucking goes hard. And that's what Andrew does, is he looks at a shitty script and says, I'm going to give it everything I've got anyway.
It was
And that's
more
exactly
than
what he
great,
did.
dude.
Is no,
I don't
it
think
should have been
drug out.
it
was the
should have
meaning
been-
of it.
because it's for him. That's what I mean, is none of this
Yes.
this movie completely abandoned why you brought them back. And they just kept it a Tom Holland movie, when in reality, you should have given both of those Spider-Men who had been cut off short true closure for those characters. And instead, it's just super quick. And we're supposed to take that as enough for that monumental moment, when in reality, it should have been massive.
I have to disagree. I
And-
think it was. And I think, to your point, we have all these people and all these Spider-Man. It still is Tom's movie. And I think
No,
that's
of
the
course.
point. But it's
But that's the thing, is
but the
it's a
moment was
worse
for
movie
him.
because right. I exactly.
Yeah, right. So I think it was greatly done. I don't think it should have been
It was easy.
dragged out like that. I mean, yes.
He just caught her.
That was, yes. He was going to save the catcher because he couldn't catch the one he loved. He was able
Exactly.
to help the one
He's
he
sitting
did
there going,
for her.
"Oh my god!" He's like, "Man, I really wish fucking Emma would have fallen like with nothing in my way. Would have been great. Would have caught her no fucking problem."
Oh, right. So he gets to
And
make
so-
up for it here.
You're absolutely missing the point. That's literally exactly
I see
Kenya.
what you're
If
saying.
you blink, you miss him catching her.
That's not true because, man, if they caught her, they fucking sat on it. Listen.
No, that's what I mean.
We don't need a drawn-out
he
thing.
catches her, and then he's standing there.
Yes, holding her. Are you
You
okay?
fucking blink, and you miss him catching her. You see what I'm saying, though?
So how would you? So would you want to?
I would have done a
spend little
perfect
more
mirror.
time? No, that's too long.
Okay, well, obviously, like, it doesn't have to be a 30-second slow motion scene, but like, I would have done the web with the fingers and actually cut maybe back to her falling, not just her going, and then literally that's it, and until he catches her. Like, no, make us, because that's where I'm going to get to something else that's the same way, but you took the stakes out. We immediately knew that she wasn't going to die or get even remotely injured.
Well, we knew that regardless, even if you
no.
took its time.
Okay, but a lot of people thought that with Gwen, and she fucking slams her head on the concrete.
They're not
it's
going to do that
because
twice. With
point
Andrew
is-
both failing. That would be horrible.
But the point is, make us think that you might, and then give us a moment to scream and cheer. And instead, he lands and goes, "You okay?" And it's everybody screaming. The first time you're watching it, you don't get to even hear what they're saying, because that's when people are trying to cheer for the moment. They didn't give it enough time. And they should have slowed it down and had people should be cheering while he's getting her. Going,
that's
finally.
That's what we did.
No,
they started
I said
screaming
the
the
word,
minute he said no. Everyone was
which
like,
is so poorly done, by the way, when he just fucking falls and does his neck all weird. It looks like he hurt himself. He's
What
like,
do you mean?
and like goes down. Like, no,
What?
give us like, I will tell you right now, if you don't bring back Andrew, fine. Bring Mark Webb back to direct Tom's next trilogy, because Mark Webb knows how to make shit look good. And these movies have not done that. And that really was something when watching Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 again, those movies look like they deserve to be seen in a theater. And this, right, it was literally 5 seconds from him jumping to landing, and it makes Tom getting knocked out of the way stupid. Because it's like,
what? How? Goblin said, "Fuck you! You're not catching your girl. She's about to die."
Really?
And Andrew was like, "I'm about to."
Because he didn't say anything.
I'm talking about like that's why.
But that's what I mean.
No, fuck
but
it.
it's literally, it is a 15-second from the moment she falls to him standing there talking to her. And that's with somebody jumping, getting knocked out of the way, another jump, a catch, and a land. It should have had emotion, not just let's stand here and cry. And instead, the action of it. You're obviously you're going to fight me on this, and that's perfectly fine. But I'm telling you right now, many people agree with me wholeheartedly. I mean, it's quite obvious that it could have been done so much better.
That's subjective, so that's going to go either way. But
I don't way too pressed about this. If we never see Andrew again, it's the last time, and that's what we got. I think that 100%. If you're gonna bring him back, if you're going to spend the money to bring Toby back, you give him no iconic moment.
I'm not going to argue on that one. I'm not going to argue for Toby on that one. He should have had like a bigger.
So,
cool.
Are you saying this is Andrew's iconic moment? Standing there crying?
No, his action, the catch, and making up for Gwen. Plus,
oh my god, he caught someone like any normal catch that a Spider-Man would do. No emotion involved. It's not like he's catching the person that he lost, which is literally what he did. He finally gets another chance to save the person that he lost. He succeeds.
And then it hits him because he succeeds and he breaks the fight. He's like,
ridiculous.
I couldn't do this for my girl. What? But I do hope we see not Logan back. Jesus. Andrew
the
back.
amount of people that say I look like Andrew Garfield, I'm like, fucking thank you. He's phenomenal looking.
Yeah,
give me all that clout.
Yeah, he is.
But
hey, you want to put on a spider suit? You want to make a spider movie?
I had a Spider-Man suit and it was real tight in the crotch, man. It hurt. I should have got a size up. It hurt me. It was up my ass. It really hurt.
That's funny.
I think it's in that right there.
That's hilarious. Let us know in the comment section if you want Logan to do the next show in a spider suit.
I might have a picture. I did something in the spider suit one time. I did a full live stream playing Spider-Man in the suit. I don't know if y'all remember that.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I truly like, obviously, yeah, it happens. I'm glad that they did it. But that was the thing, was once again, it was literally, if you wrote it on a script, that was the most plain and boring way you could have done it. Because what are you going to do? Say, no emotion at the end? Let's just have him land and say, hey, you good? Like, nice catch, high five. Like, that would have been worse. But it's like, obviously, they couldn't have written that. There's only positives that could have been added to it to make it better. And I struggle with that. I'm not going to make a TikTok about this shit. I don't care that much. But
I don't know. I strongly disagree, but I respect your opinion, sir.
Well-
and I understand it. It's not. I see what you're saying,
'Cause-
but I don't know.
I just think that, to be honest, what the movie is directed like is they're scared of Tom getting outshadowed because he would if they gave him fucking iconic moments. That's how it's directed.
I don't think so. But I do. I'm not gonna. I do get that. Like I said, it's still his movie, so I get that. But I don't think they would have. I just think it's just been all iconic shit all together.
Which it should have been. It was the
'cause
end game of
Tom-
Spider-Man
right.
movies.
Because Tom came to fucking play in this one, so
He's so good.
it's ridiculous. I just love what they do as character in this so much. But anyway, comes to the phone and him and fucking what's his name, Goblin are fucking duking it out or whatnot, and he's about to just fucking kill this man. And Toby comes in and is like, "Face, you ain't got to do this," with his eyeballs in his face. I didn't
Exactly,
need
he
dialogue.
didn't
I
say-
got it. I got
did.
all of it. I was like, and I love it. And then he gets fucking stabbed, which I knew was going to happen because it's focused on his face for like 20 minutes. Like he's about to get stabbed. Okay, got it.
No Spidey sense. Who needs it?
Very true. I was like, where's your spider sense, bro?
Also, no
So
damage
listen,
on the suit. Who needs it?
Did see that too.
Also-
He's holding
also-
shit like this, but I guess it's all in the back. I guess.
Also, 5 seconds before all this, Tom knocks the knife thing off of Goblin and away from him. All of a sudden, he's got it again.
he has
but you
two
know-
though.
We didn't even see it.
Yeah, he only used one. The one to cut him. He had both on them. The big fucking.
So
shits
so
on his
that one
wrist.
came out silently.
Oh, of course, for dramatic effect. Of course, we're not going to hear it. No, of course.
And also just zero stakes, like, because that was the thing. I was like, oh, they're gonna kill Toby. That's great.
I thought they
I'm
were
good.
too.
I've been stabbed before. What?
Yeah,
Then don't
right.
fucking do it.
He has, but I get it. I'm not gonna lie. I do get that. I won't argue that at all because I thought they were gonna kill him. I was like, oh shit,
would've
they're
been
about
great.
to. This is about to
Would've
be
been
his
heartfelt.
send off. Yeah,
Yeah.
it would have been.
Because also, yeah,
Um,
Toby don't want to come back. Give him a fucking death.
And- yeah, I thought it was. I was like, oh shit, we're about to get a fucking Logan, fucking
Right.
all type of shit.
Because
I'm like,
can
I
you
got it.
imagine if, like, at the lab, because it was a good scene when Andrew's like, I got too much time doing Spider-Man stuff or Peter Parker stuff, whatever. And
Yeah.
he's like, oh, keep trying. MJ and I figured it out. If he had said, like,
we make it work.
now we have kids and, they're my whole life. And then he gets stabbed and dies. Fucking immaculate.
That would have been great. That would have been great. I will say that. And maybe they did. Kenny could be right. They could have tested that with him dying. A scene. They're just like, yeah, no, fuck it, make him live. They probably could. They probably did that too.
Well, they didn't bring him back for reshoots, so they must, unless they shot both at
don't
once.
know.
Exactly. Toby is Han Solo in this movie, and
Yeah, it is. So Doctor Strange is working on the fucking thing. He's like, listen, everyone's coming through. You got a whole bunch of Easter eggs and villains chilling in the purple multiverse. One of Zack Snyder movie. What are you talking about, Aka?
no, I wanted a good movie.
With you, that
Uh,
means multiple things.
I know.
So
yeah.
I have no.
I wanted coherent.
That means multiple things. So
This
I
is
don't
much
know.
better than a Zack Snyder movie. Don't get me started.
Yes, it is. But yeah, so all the Easter eggs, people are gonna come through and shit. Yes.
I have forgotten to see this now, but Hannah has told me she's only seen it once, and she said the moment the cube explodes and it makes the purple lines in the sky, she said in that spot, I don't believe her. I think she's bullshitting. She said she sees the Watcher massive in the top left corner of the screen.
Oh, I did not see that shit at all, and I was looking
And
all over the place.
I want that to be true so bad, and I saw it after she told me that, and I forgot right as the shot went away. I was like, oh fuck, and I missed it, and I was like, God damn it! But she literally, if that's the case, I
will
love
tell
that.
you, I didn't see that anywhere. I was everywhere because the first time,
Well, but
I could have been missed, but the second
it is
time,
literally
I was
like
looking all over.
it's like a 3 or 4 second shot. I mean, and there's so much going on, but I'm dying to like either see a fan, phone video of it or something, or if I need to go back and see it.
Yeah,
I really want to look for that.
it was cool. We got to see Craven and Scorpion and Rhino and some other people, a whole bunch of other shit.
Oh, Akazan said he saw it, motherfucker.
Oh wait,
Jesus
what?
Christ.
Maybe need to go back and hold on. I missed that part then.
See, I want that. If they put that in there, that's an awesome little Easter egg, and I'm so happy they did
Yes,
it.
it does. So yeah, he's like, listen, fucking make everybody forget. Everyone's coming, just make them forget me. Fuck it, do it, all that shit. And I loved it. And then you get the moment with all three of them, which was fucking heartbreaking. Again with the score, all of
They're
that
super
shit.
happy.
Huh?
They're happy.
Oh,
He's like, hey, everybody's gonna forget me. Let me go say bye to my boys, and then doesn't say shit about it. He's just happy and excited, and I love you, and like, thank you.
Happy and excited. He's trying to be optimistic about the shit. They're crying, and then he fucking says, "Listen, I'm gonna find you." Yada 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 yada.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about Spidey's. No, I'm talking about the friends.
Oh, okay, Spidey's. Oh no, no, yeah, that was
He's
the
like,
little moment of buying.
He doesn't care at all. Like that's the thing is like, what Kenya said is so true. Is he said Toby dying to save a Spider-Man from falling down a dark path would have been a moment he needed, not Toby smiling, cracking jokes after getting stabbed in the spine. I agree with that, and I think that them sitting there talking, like he just found out, like, hey, make everyone forget me. I never existed. I'm gonna go. He's like, tell your goodbyes. All right, I'm gonna go see my boys. What's up, guys? Like he's like,
oh yeah, like, they don't give a fuck. They're not gonna. They're going back to their own shit.
They are the exact people that would give a fuck because they know what, like, they would put themselves in that shoes and be like, oh my god, like. But that's what we do. Like that's what he.
Right.
That's what they. There could have been a moment where they did that. Instead, it's Tom going, and then they're like, hey, we know it's what we do. No, give us fucking dialogue, man. Like that's what this movie. They kept giving us shitty visuals of them just sitting there on a blue screen. I
don't think we need the comment. They know it's like we know it's fine. That's what we do. Take the stakes, take the risk. That's what it is. I don't think we need a whole thing of I'm never gonna forget you, man, or some shit. The fuck. No, go. That's what we do, bro. Handle it. Peace. I'm gonna go back to my woman, and I'm gonna go back to where the fuck I was doing before.
Yeah. Looking into people's windows like a creep.
Right.
My alone ass.
Facts. I'm gonna go stalk hot women from balconies and shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then he says bye to all of them, and I was like, this is fucking great. I love it. The score, Giacchino was nice, and then he does it. And I love. Then what's the point of this movie? Then why bring them back? What?
That's kind of.
Why bring them back now to help him save and then leave? You want them to stay in the MCU forever?
Well, no, they just hung out for a little bit and dipped. And like, it wasn't.
Yeah.
There was no development for them.
They've already been developed. That's not for them. It's for Tom.
No, they both got their franchises cut without a finale.
Oh, fucking 3 and 2 movies is enough for us to fucking know them. And this is for us.
Andrew's second movie ends at the beginning of a fucking fight, and you're saying, it was great. Full perfect. His girlfriend just died.
No, I didn't say perfect. I said it was enough.
Incredible redemption. He finally comes back, ends on the fight.
They handle that in this. Yes, they handle that for him in this fucking movie. And then Toby already had his fucking sunlight.
As they possibly could. Do they handle it?
Maybe for you, sure.
What less could they have done?
What less? All you need to do is help aid this motherfucker right here, this young dude, get him through it, teach him your life experiences.
Then
get him there.
Then don't bring him back. If you're gonna
don't bring him back.
So that's like bringing Captain America in, and him just hanging out for a second and dipping. Why bring him?
That's
He's
exactly
not
what
needed.
They're going to do. Cap isn't going to stick around when he comes back. You think when they bring back Cap somewhere, he's going to stick around for more movies and shit?
You don't think that he's going to be iconic and have development and have meaning?
Oh,
or fuck. How about this then? No, because that's a bad example because he actually did have a completed scenario.
Right.
If they brought Falcon's Cap in here, you think he's just going to be like, hey, you're welcome. See ya, bud. Like, no, it's going to be meaningful. It's going to be,
Well, because, he's in the MCU. These two aren't, they're here to this and then go back to universes.
You see how you're just making excuses for them to be shitty?
That's not an excuse. They're not in the MCU. What do you want them to do?
They are in the MCU.
I mean,
they're sitting in the fucking movie.
Well, I mean, yes, but they're continuing the MCU. That's it. It's a wrap.
Okay, so you don't think we'll see Andrew again?
Not an MCU. I think they'll do his own thing for Sony. I don't think we'll get him in
No
MCU.
Secret Wars?
I don't think so. I'd fucking love it, but I
Okay.
don't think we're going to. I think that's it. If we get him, I think Sony will hold on to him.
Akasan, the producer of this movie, called this the end game of Spider-Man movies. And that's what we got.
Yeah, they weren't meant to be developed more than those two. Like I said, I think that's it. I think they got enough. Toby was already fucking fleshed out. It's cool. It just needs you to don't go down this path, yada yada yada. Little shit, but they're gonna spend the whole thing on them. Andrew did what needs to be done, and that's it.
Akasan, if you're going to compare the MCU to the CW shows in terms of quality when using the multiverse, you might as well stop fucking watching movies. Because we already know you don't watch the CW shows because they're dog shit. MCU should have higher standards. And that's the problem is Sony fucking drops the ball all goddamn day. I mean,
Yeah, they do. Fucking Amy Pascal is the worst. What the
So-
fuck her name is?
because the producer of the movie wanted that endgame money, then write the script with that in mind. Can you imagine how much more money this movie would have made if it had truly epic moments? It's not. It really is not hard to
Excuse
read
me.
a script and go, I don't think this is fucking badass enough.
I think it worked. I think we got a good satisfaction for both characters. Andrew is already Fletcher fucker. He's just here. Toby, sorry.
And that's what I mean is like this movie is really good and I enjoy it and I have fun with it. But I will 100% say I am massively disappointed in small aspects because me as someone who has no talent
Ouch.
could easily write a better script than that in terms of, I mean, it's so weird to me. Like, I don't know. Like that's what I'm saying. Akasan is like, yeah, Sony doesn't, which that's the thing though. That is Marvel giving Sony what they want while also
taking Venom for themselves. Like, oh, we're about to try it. It's done. Yeah.
They're literally like, yeah, we'll bring Tom Hardy in and send him right the fuck back because we don't want that piece of shit. And that's so true.
That kind of sucked a little bit. I was like, oh shit, we got Tom, and then fuck, he's gone. They just played with us a little bit.
As soon as that after credit scene started, I was like, what a fucking waste. Like I was so mad that they even brought that up because it was so stupid. And then they sent him back and they left the thing. And I was like, I didn't even care that they left the symbiote. I was just like, thank God.
Oh,
I now have
that
proof.
Means now we're about to get proper Venom.
But I was like, now I have proof that Tom will not meet Tom.
Yeah. The Toms will not meet. Yes,
and I'm like, thank God, because and that's the thing is, I also think Andrew can make fun of fucking Venom all goddamn day, just laughing in his face. It would be fantastic.
He would be better with Venom than Tom. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Holland. Sure. So we're at the very fucking end. He goes to try to remind them, and I love this scene and the choice that he makes. And just shows like the growth and where he's headed. Like Caesar got into MIT, fucking MJ's head is fucking cracked open and bandaged and shit. He's like, I did all this to you. I cannot risk any of that shit. Then he leaves, gets his own fucking apartment, and has an amazing fucking suit that he makes on his own. You fucking Spider-Man, like, Iron Man can shut the fuck up now. Which was fucking epic. I'm like, oh, this looks amazing. And he rides off swinging into the fucking snow set. I was about to say sunset, but it was all snow. And the movie ends. It was fucking great. Now, before we get into all of that, like I said, I really loved the movie. I loved the growth, the maturity of what they did with Peter Parker, the choices he made, what he faced, all the stakes, and just amazing performances from Tom and everybody else. Goblin, one of my top fucking MCU villains now. I don't give a fuck. He's MCU villain now.
See, okay, I gotta be the first person to admit, Willem Dafoe is fantastic. He did nothing I didn't expect.
Oh yeah, it was fucking great.
But like he is.
I did feel he was a little bit more menacing in this one than he was in the first Spider-Man.
Sure.
Yeah, and more badass for sure.
But we get to see his face, and that's the thing too is Do you really think that fight, the original fight between him and Spidey, was that until Willem said, "I want to do badass stunts, or I'm not coming back"? Like,
I don't. Yeah, I think they changed it up for that, and
yeah,
I'm
because
glad they did that shit.
but I don't like people are absolutely losing their mind over that. Willem Dafoe was just Willem Dafoe for me. He's one of the best actors alive, and I mean, he didn't blow me away by any means. I think that because there were so many villains, no one got as much as they should have, and they shouldn't have. They really should not have brought Lizard and Sandman back. They should have given much more time to the three that we can see their faces and
Yeah.
the really good actors
Yeah,
that are sitting there doing it.
yeah.
And
'Cause to me, those three were the top. Like fucking Electro, Doc, and
of course,
Goblin were like fucking.
the other two were just
It's a great.
there's no reason to be there.
Right, absolutely. You're right. You're absolutely right. But I feel like for me, like he didn't do anything. He didn't reinvent the fucking wheel with this thing. No, but like I said, they gave him more time. He was more menacing. He was more badass, and I just love that. Because Spider-Man 1, he wasn't doing all that shit. Just fucking impressive and fucking kicking shit. He was like, "Yo, catch his hand, son," in this one, and I was like, "Fuck!" It was just gorgeous.
It's
Yeah, I
tough for me
loved
to-
it, and
like,
I did bring up the suit. Can you?
I honestly will say I think I like Vulture more as a villain than Defoe in this one. When it comes to
he
Keaton,
was more fleshed out for that, though.
and that's what I mean is like
Yeah.
in turn, like you're saying, like top
The whole
MCU,
movie
like
had
one of the top MCU villains. Like that's the
Yeah.
thing is, I think I would put Vulture over him for sure, just because he's a character.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I
Of
mean,
course.
just to kind of go off what you're saying, once again, yes, I think the movie is really good. There are plenty of things that I would change, but that doesn't change the fact that I think it's a really good movie. Have a blast with it. I've seen it 3 times. I do like it more every time. Like the first time I saw it, I was more disappointed than anything. Like I was actually just disappointed.
Yeah, that hurt.
Um,
I was like,
And but then the second time I was like, okay, for what we got, let's see how it's executed. And I'm like, okay, at least like there's only a few things that I just fucking despise. Doctor Strange getting beat,
That's a
Ned
good
doing
question.
portals.
okay.
No, correct.
Yeah.
The Vulture just knows that he hates Spider-Man.
Or that he's cool with him now, maybe? Or I
Yeah.
don't know.
Or do we just get, Vulture in Andrew's universe now with Michael Keaton again? Because of Morbius. But
I hope not.
but yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. What it honestly did for me is, okay, I do like the ending. It is going to be interesting to see how they make a new trilogy out of a Spider-Man that has no emotional ties and no like badass stuff with suits. Like they just stripped it all away. And
they make him the Spider-Man everyone knows.
Right, but like for me, a massive part of what makes Spider-Man so intriguing is the fact of he needs to protect the people that he loves around him, and he has no one anymore. And so it's like, how are you going to emotionally involve me? Because MJ thinks you're a stalker. Like that's where we're at with that.
We're gonna see the last of her. They'll have people to fight.
No,
for.
of course, but like it's going to be he's going to start having to go on dates with her and trying to get her to like him, and
or
if
something may happen.
And if he's smart, he won't tell her he's Spider-Man for a long time. But I dig the suit. The suit, I mean, it's OG. Honestly, I mean, I dig the suit just because it's OG. I would most definitely would have rathered him keep the red and black suit because it just looks better.
Yeah, I love the red and black,
and I mean, this looks like the suit that a 15-year-old would wear, not a 20-year-old.
That's the thing, because people like Brooklyn and everybody else, this is why they did all that, because everyone, bitching and moaning online and yada, yada, yada. When's he going to be Spider-Man? When's he going to grow up? When is he just going to stop being a kid and be 45? This is for all of them, because now he's
being 45.
Right. Now he's starting on his own path to the Spider-Man everybody wants and knows, even though they're just forgetting that the entire trilogy was to get him to this point and to grow, because nobody knows what character growth or script writing or storytelling is.
That's correct.
So they got to this point and now he's here. So there should be no bitching or complaining from this point from anybody in the Spider-Man community with this going forward about who and what he is and what he's doing.
I
Because then now you're just stupid if you do that.
I
Now
did
it's
like
here.
what some people were saying to go off what you just said. The moment Aunt May says the line and then
Mhm.
dies, you realize the trilogy has been his origin story this whole time.
Yeah.
And it's like there's a reason why they let him be a naive kid for 3 movies.
Because he's a kid.
And it's like, yeah, because he's fucking the oldest he is 7 fucking teen right now. And so
Right.
I definitely I like to look at it that way, where this was a trilogy of origin. Now we get a Spider-Man who is going to just Spider-Man. And
Yeah.
it was funny because like I had someone in my comments for my review, they were like, well, he's obviously like not everyone forgets everything about him because of all these things. And I was like, no, that's kind of the point, is he has not existed.
Yeah.
And he was fighting me on it. And I said, no, like there's a reason why when he puts his boxes down and flips it open, there's a GED test textbook on the top of the box. And it's because there are no records of him ever going to school, period. He has to just go get his diploma and go to like a community college.
Yep.
And like that's the college he's going to be in. And they're like, well, that's going to be hard for him to get a job or like anything like that. What about his social security number and like all that? He's not going to be able to do anything. I said, weird. It's almost like he's going to only be able to take jobs that he gets paid in cash, like delivering pizzas and freelance photography. You
Right.
fucking idiot. Like that's the whole point.
Yep.
Is like, it's almost like they're setting up exactly what the fuck should happen. Like, and he was just like, wow, okay, whatever. You know, and I'm like, yeah,
Spider-Man, all
fuck
of you know I've been complaining about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so
You got it. Now you're magic at it. I'm confused.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's ridiculous.
I do completely. Everybody's been saying Timothy Chalamet for Harry Osborn for years. Timothy Chalamet said he got one piece of advice from a very big actor that he won't say who it was,
Yeah.
and that is he will never do a superhero movie. Obviously, back the truck up of money to his house. That could
Facts.
change,
He's like,
but
you still feel that way?
but I mean, if he has 2 more Dune movies coming up,
He won't have the time.
I don't think he cares.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And also,
too much for me on
Oscorp does
screen.
not exist in this universe, which is very weird because I've said this on the show before, but I know a guy that was on the set at the end of Far From Home on the airport set, and Oscorp shit was all over that fucking set, and they CGI'd it all out, and so it was a big thing.
It's gonna be, I'm saying it's gonna be the Baxter Building.
And
That's what I'm saying.
I would love that. I really hope it's not Fisk Tower.
Yeah, I don't either. It's gonna be the Baxter Building.
I want Fisk to be a ghost like he is in Daredevil, and slowly get him out like Daredevil did. Because like in Spider-Man PS4, there's a Fisk Tower, and everybody knows Fisk and all that. And I like it better if nobody knows him. But
underground shit. That should be the Baxter Building. Yeah,
yeah, 100%.
Outright. Well, at least fucking Doom shit. One of them.
So, quick question, just to bounce off that final shot of him swinging. Do we see him swinging over Hawkeye and Kate Bishop tomorrow?
That would be dope because they're right over Rockefeller.
There's a shot in the trailer of them on the ice rink there. Because I don't think
that would be amazing.
This is me praying to the gods, but I really hope it's not a Tom Holland face shot in this finale of Hawkeye, because he has one more contractual obligation to show up in an MCU movie, and his contract is up. And if they wasted on that,
focus on him,
it'll be very upsetting.
Yeah,
I think having him swing and have Clint go like, there goes Spider-Man, or something like that, and that's it, or like, hey, got help, little help, please. Nothing.
I don't even want that. I'll have a whole fight scene going on, or them have a conversation. You just see the motherfucker just swing by. I'm like, oh shit.
This whole fucking movie that's what Spider-Man would do. That's what Spider-Man would do. He's going to fucking just swing off. He ain't going to help.
I guess that's true. So like I said, a conversation.
So that's what I mean, is it needs to happen while nothing's going down. Which in the shot in the movie, nothing's going down on the ice rink. People are just skating. So I would like, if I don't know, but it would be great if Hawkeye and Kate are just kind of hanging out there and nothing's going down yet when he swings by, and then he doesn't know that it becomes an arrow fight, whatever.
Right.
Um,
Or if he's talking to Kingpin, maybe like they're Rockefeller Center and that's where his shit is or whatever the fuck. They're up some floor somewhere and obviously it's all glass fucking view. They start off with like a pan of like looking down at Rockefeller and then zoom out to like fucking Hawkeye, like turning around, having a conversation. And at some point, like behind them, you like see Spidey. So it's
Yeah.
over Rockefeller or some shit.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
That'd be dope.
That'd be dope.
I
hope that
really,
happens.
because I don't know about contractual stuff when it comes to just Spider-Man, like a quick, like, swoop, there he was.
Oh no, I think it has to be him. Yeah.
But
Face.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
hoping.
Yeah. So I think
So then the only other thing, like, I mean, I do have a list of things. So let me just show y'all this, just as like I wrote like a ton of shit down. I don't know if I said all of it at all, but
go through it. Let's hear it.
well, no, it's okay. But when it comes to, I'm now thinking about Venom, thinking about Morbius,
Venom.
So I was like, as soon as the movie ended, I literally was like, oh my God, there's a reason. Because we now know Venom was in Morbius's universe.
Mm-hmm.
He came to MCU and he's back. Morbius says Venom. Confirmed.
Yeah.
Sony puts out a Morbius trailer with the poster of Tobey's Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, we will change that in post. We know it's not Tom now.
Yeah.
So I immediately, like, as soon as I got to my car and I started writing in that thing, I said, Andrew is the Spider-Man in their fucking universe. And so it was a thing of like, obviously, after everyone saw it, yes, everyone has said that. They've either seen it online and got the idea, whatever. But like seeing it on that Tuesday, and I was like, if they fucking do this, because I saw Akasan say, yes, I do think that Tom Holland should take a break. He wants a break.
Because he's young enough for it. He wants one. Yeah.
And he hasn't stopped working for years.
Yeah. And he wants to put some babies in Zendaya. So
yeah, which is weird, but
why?
Because his contract is also up with Sony as Spider-Man. Like he has to renegotiate now. And so I think it makes sense for him to, take a little break, come back, negotiate a fucking massive deal. And 3 movies and 5 cameos, in MCU shit, and like go like monster.
I'm so glad we got him young. Jesus.
Exactly. That's the point. Is you can do it. So,
right.
And that's the thing is, here's what I'm hoping. And this is what's funny is I immediately, like, I sat in my car and I said, God damn it. I have to buy tickets for Morbius as soon as they come out because Andrew's going to be in a goddamn post-credit scene. I was like, I am dying for this.
At least I hope. You better.
Like if they did it, because I immediately had somebody like, Venom and Andrew are not in the same universe because Tom Hardy doesn't know about Spider-Man. It's like they're on different sides of the country. Like he might not be caring about some random vigilante in the middle of New York City when he's in San Fran. Like,
and we also don't know what fucking universe Venom is in. That wasn't established on which fucking Spidey is in. So make it Andrew.
And so I really, really hope that Andrew Garfield wants to do it. Because, I want to say him acting in this movie, he does. He's just a really good fucking actor. So he could also,
and once he sees the reaction to all this and Inception,
like,
bro.
Because also, can you imagine? Because there's a good chance he wins the Oscar this year for Tick, Tick, Boom.
Oh, Tick, Tick. He'll be nominated.
So can you imagine Sony being able to say, and Best Actor winner,
Oscar winner, Andrew Garfield,
coming back for more movies? Like, Sony would die.
Because how old is Andrew right now?
Old as fuck. A lot older than you think. Like mid-30s.
I'll probably give him mid-30s. That's not
like
old.
36.
That's not bad. Just pump the motherfuckers out. He looks great.
Of course he does. He's, oh my God, though. So that's what I mean, though. It's like, I want a trilogy. We're not going to get a trilogy. We'll probably get one movie if we get anything. But I
That's great.
really hope, because that's the
Even
thing is
better in the
where
suit.
Craven makes sense. You want to do a Craven movie? Doesn't make sense for the MCU anymore. It also doesn't make sense that it's a grown ass Aaron Taylor Johnson. Andrew Spidey, it all fits. Morbius, age
Yeah.
fits. Tom Hardy, age fits. Like all of a sudden, because you want mirrors of things like that if you can get it.
Well, no, because Vulture wasn't. That man was a whole
Well,
fucking
no, of
50
course,
years.
but that was a father relationship there. You know, like that was, you know, scary girlfriend's dad. That's a different kind of thing. But because even Jake Gyllenhaal was supposed to be playing kind of a father figure, and so if you can get mirrors to, you know, certain things, it would
maybe
be
Big
great.
Brother.
Sure. Uncle, kind of a weird
Right.
uncle, but
Right.
but yeah, I just think when it comes to with Andrews, like it all fits so well, and I just say they know people will come see that goddamn movie if they make it right.
I
And
just want MCU to have some input. They're like, we ain't got to put a name on it. Just
no,
help
I agree.
them.
I
Just
agree.
help them.
No,
Just
but
help
no,
them.
put a fucking name on it. So have the MCU.
Well, then you'd have to explain that. It'd be a lot. I don't know.
What do you mean?
If it goes back in the MCU, but like, why are you here?
No.
Tom,
I'm not saying it has to be in our MCU, but I'm saying have Marvel Studios produce it just the same. It's a multiverse movie, because that's the thing is Marvel MCU needs to start doing solos again from other universes to, you know, differentiate things, because we're already through the we're going to be through the multiverse in 5 years. Like, it's kind of sucks. No, use this and have development on another universe, and then for Secret Wars have his ass come back and say like, no, we're going to help, you know, whatever. And by that time, Venom will be a true anti-hero with him and things like you could do that kind of shit. But you need to have Kevin fucking Feige help, because they'll drop the ball. And but I also think that there's a massive part that Andrew will be like in his contract. He's like, if I come back, I'm reading over this goddamn script and I'm changing whatever I need to change, because y'all suck.
And y'all ain't fucking me again.
Exactly.
The MCU does not need help with solo movies at all. No, they don't. And damn sure Shang-Chi wasn't one of them. Maybe you can have an argument for... No, you can't. They don't need help.
Black Widow and Eternals are tough.
That's what I say. You can make an argument for Black Widow, but I loved Black Widow. Eternals? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I won't fight you too much on that. Yeah.
I mean, for both of those movies, it's the same thing for
that.
Captain Marvel. It's like,
but Shang-Chi kick rocks.
Shang-Chi's good.
Shang-Chi's
Third act
great.
is not great.
Yes, it is. You're right. It's phenomenal.
It's a giant CG mess.
And it's beautiful. When did I not have hype over solo movies? Or when they sucked ass. I tell them they suck ass.
But no, I will definitely say 2021 has been a very bad year for MCU movies. The only great one is Spider-Man, and that's a Sony movie.
And Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi is good.
Shang-Chi is great.
It is not great.
Yes, it is. It's great. But I don't know. Black Widow and Eternals, there's some more room for argument there, I will say.
Like Eternals, they cannot bring Chloe Zhao back to write and direct because it was rough.
They can't. Unless they want a beautiful looking movie, sure. But yeah, so then, of course, we get Doctor Strange 2. We got a fucking surprising ass shot. I was like, whoa, what the fuck is this?
So I texted my cousin before it started on that Tuesday, and I said, okay, bold prediction. I said, they're going to pull a Captain America First Avenger, and we're going to get a trailer for Doctor Strange at the end of this. And he was like, oh man, you think so? And I was like, that movie is literally the after credit scene to this. Like, that whole movie is, I was like, it only makes sense. The fact that it's not online yet weirds me the fuck out. I don't know what they're doing there.
Very true.
But
very true. I mean, not really. They've been able to hold out for it. Same thing they do it. I know it's not the same magnitude, but Jurassic World, like that was just IMAX only. And
I have the
It'll
whole
come out in a
fucking
few
thing
months.
recorded on my phone, but because yeah, the second time in IMAX I saw it, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just record this.
It was
Uh,
great.
yeah, it looks wild as fuck. Sam Raimi, you can definitely tell.
Yeah.
I like things that I like that the oh fuck, now the name's escaping me. Shumagorath, is that what it is? The octopus, one-eyed octopus thing.
I forgot the fucker's name.
Okay, but we
But,
see
yeah.
that, and so now I know that's not the big grand monster that people have been kind of saying, like, oh, he's the main villain. Like, no,
Yeah,
they're
no.
just fighting in the streets. Like, good. I like that.
I want to know how the fuck Evil Strange got out that goddamn prison.
So
That's what
I've
I want to know.
seen some people say it might not be the same one. I would like it to be.
I think it is. I think it is.
Because he's not evil though.
I mean, he's not evil.
From What If? I mean, he's a hero.
Well, he's containing it. We don't know what happens. He's still evil, but he just
Not evil. He helped
some
save
good.
the multiverse.
yeah. And then he still had moments where he couldn't control that shit. Well, monster, he's fighting them demons back because he has a lot in him. So maybe he's just like, and we still don't know if he's evil. He just said shit's about to get fucking weird. And he could be right.
I did not like the line that he had. It just got out of hand.
Oh,
It's like, what?
just got out of hand.
He sounds like he's
So he
from
still
The
could be.
Shining.
Right.
It sounds like Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Here's Johnny. It's like, oh God, what are you doing?
Any
man?
excuse for Benedict to go crazy and be one of his voices and
Yeah.
faces, he just hops on.
I'm waiting
So
for him
I'm
to
like,
get
I'm
on
glad
all
for it.
fours and do the fucking dragon
Oh.
from Hobbit.
I was like, what's this turning into? Fucking
But,
MCU after dark.
But yeah, I'll be honest. The trailer, it doesn't blow me away. It's
No.
not. But that's the thing is, it really does seem like a trailer. We
Cool
might
set
never
piece of
actually have
visuals,
it. Yeah, we might never have it actually released, and the true trailer will come out much later because the movie didn't
Yeah.
come out till May, and it'll be better cut, have big booms, massive moments. So I don't know, because this one was really just look at all the craziness that this is causing, kind of thing,
Right.
and I like that.
We don't know if he's fighting him, Negative Nancy. Calm down. We don't know what that scene's about. But that shot of Wanda was great though. When she was floating over that fucking Pentagon, whatever the fuck it was.
It was funny because
I was
the
like,
amount of
"Ugh."
people, because I almost wish they had cut it differently because they show Wanda's hand with the red like
Yeah.
very early on.
Yeah.
And then later on, it's the reveal where he walks up behind her and says Wanda. And somehow I'm sitting in the theater, people missed the hand shot. And
mine's
so-
went crazy the minute the hand came up.
but then when he walks up and says Wanda, my theater goes, oh my God. Like everybody starts losing it. And I'm like,
Same.
where the fuck y'all been? Like, I
Yeah.
was like, because I've known this since it was announced that she's a lead in this motherfucker. I'm like, let's go.
Same. I
And,
keep forgetting Amanda Chavez is in this. Or America Chavez. Not
She's
Amanda.
she's a big part of it too, from what I understand. She's like the catalyst for the whole thing.
And there's some other chick with
Uh,
them too. Some other redhead chick. Whatever looking.
So that's the
like,
thing
who the
is
fuck
when
is
they're in that doorway, it's Strange, America, and then it's either, for my opinion, I don't think it's actually Wanda. I think
That's
it's
not
Rachel
Wanda.
McAdams.
Oh yeah, 'cause I couldn't tell. Somebody read. All I saw was here.
Yeah, it's
in the
real
red.
close, but I think that she's a bigger part of this for some stupid ass reason. I don't think it's smart necessarily, but
Fucking what's his
'cause
name?
she's
Mondon,
great,
Mondo,
but
whatever.
Mordo,
Mordo. There you go. With his little cornrows and shit.
dreaded out. Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
How long
I
has
was
it
like,
been?
what's
I don't know, but I feel like that's real long for.
I mean, it was. We dropped. He fucking.
I guess he
how
didn't
many
get
years has
blipped.
passed? Yeah.
Yeah.
And like he just went from fucking people up who still had magic, and now he's
It
back
popped up. I was
looking
like,
fucking.
Akasan? No, I'm just
Yeah.
making the big leagues,
All
bro.
right. I was like,
Uh,
what the fuck? Oh, the pop up was big for Matt for us. The minute the can went down, my theater was just
Yeah,
done.
no, I lost my shit. Like, so I had already seen it with press, and so I lost my shit. The whole press didn't care really, but then for the theater opening night, I was like the one that screamed, and
Mm.
people lost their shit for Matt. It was awesome.
See,
I'm so
my
glad.
second viewing was a dumbass theater, and it was packed.
Really?
I'm like, do y'all not know what the fuck is going on? Like, they
Yeah,
did like little like, woo, but it wasn't like outrageous.
my second
like-
time was less, but
Yeah,
Uh,
like all the big moments and the power and responsibility and like everything was just dull. I'm like, y'all fucking suck. I literally said it's funny because and I said that out loud because it was during
oh,
the
shit.
Aunt May's power and responsibility line.
Sure.
Where also comes great responsibility. Ooh, like quiet. And I literally said out loud, I was like, this theater fucking sucks.
Well, but that's the thing, though, is I don't
was
think that's a
like-
moment to cheer because
It is. If you're a fan
she's
of
about
Spider-Man,
to
it
die.
is. No, I mean like
It's
'cause, like,
it's
my
an
first
emotional
theater
moment.
was like we gotta clap. Something like when she said, I was like, we got it. Because that's such a staple for Spider-Man. But even other shit that was happening wasn't big. I'm like, I can't
Yeah.
feed off you. Like, y'all suck.
So
it's like, ugh.
the second time I saw it, the Matt reveal, because I saw it Saturday, the second time, and the Matt reveal, it was more just like, oh, it's kind of what you heard. First time, I screamed. People were like, oh shit, like literally. And then Andrew popping up got massive woos. Toby popping up, less woos, but got him, deservingly so. But yeah, like great power, great responsibility. That's not a moment for me. Like I'm in the moment. Like I'm listening to her and like, you know, so
It's powerful as fuck, yeah.
right. So I'm not trying to cheer over the shit. You know, it's
Yeah,
an
no.
emotional moment.
You don't need to be like, woo, but like the clap, because like that's a staple. Like that's
No.
Spider-Man. No, fuck that. That you appreciate that when that's it.
But that's the thing is like if people are cheering after Andrew catches MJ and you can't hear them because they didn't direct that to be a moment to cheer. That's a problem on their part, on the directing part.
That's the
But
beautiful.
the Aunt May line was not
Max.
directed to have a cheer. It was meant to be a super quiet emotional moment. But
Oh, you know, and it got both, but that's the beauty of true IMAX. You can do all that shit and the sound is still clear as fuck. That's why I love IMAX. Oh, gotta get you out here. I can't
if
wait.
you were right next to me and you started clapping a moment like that, I'd tell you to shut the fuck up.
Oh no,
real loud.
I am clap. That whole theater is going crazy. Got to fight a lot of people with that.
I'm down. I'll murder you all. I don't give a fuck.
That is New York, so you will die with a theater full of people.
I am Texan. I won't use my fist.
It's New York. We don't think motherfuckers care. I guess it'd be a shootout. I guess
it's called buckshot.
At least y'all can like fucking legally fucking get. New York is just like it's in my purse. We don't know.
Oh god, yeah, no.
Oh shit.
John cheered when they talked about Web. Yeah, did you cheer when he said, "Does it come out anywhere else?"
Why would I cheer? I laughed.
I don't know. Maybe you wanted it
To cheer?
No, in your mouth.
Oh, that's not my role. I'm sorry. You know at all.
Talking about webcam.
That's I think Arkansas secretly loves that. You know, he talks a lot about that. I think he secretly loves it.
I'll get to see Multiverse of Madness right there at your theater, my boy.
Yes,
That's
you
the
will.
plan.
And I'm very excited for that.
Too.
It's going to be dope as fuck.
It'll just be late. Like it'll be because I don't get there till the Wednesday after or whatever. So
that's fine.
It'll be late. It'll be the fourth fucking time I see it or whatever.
Probably.
But it'll be worth it.
Probably. All right.
But yeah, good ass movie. I'm happy with it. I think a lot of things could have been better. But overall though, I think I give it like an 8 out of 10. Which is solid as fuck.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. And I shout out Brooklyn probably. Rate the 7. Yeah, Kenya, you should just not talk about that. So now we leave it up to you guys, the chat, which I want to talk about. Y'all got questions. Y'all pretty lively in here. Arkansas still talk about cum. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, fucking Kenya did his little list today. I was like, dear God, of superhero movies of 2021. Yes, he did. It was the trash he speaks of. He's been off. He's mostly off.
I mean, what is your favorite?
He's mostly off. This was my favorite of the year so far, the superhero movies. This, what was my list? Because I made one too. Let's see. I'm gonna tell you right now. Excuse me, I burped. Let's see. Okay, so I have. Bitch, stop going the other way. Go down. There you go. So
that's what he said.
Spider-Man, Shang-Chi, Justice, Suicide, Black, Eternals, Venom 2 was mine.
So what's your top three?
Spidey, Shang-Chi, Justice League.
See,
That's the top three. And it's on technicality, to be honest with you. God, I do love Zack Snyder's Justice League, but obviously Suicide Squad and all the other shit are better movies.
right.
But just because what it achieved, what it's done, and to see all of them done pretty damn good together was just great. But obviously there's movies on here that are much better.
No, I mean
So technicality.
Spidey's my favorite of the year, and then probably Suicide Squad, and then between Shang-Chi and Justice League, it's tough in terms of overall, but because I'll never watch Justice League again, but I will watch Shang-Chi again, so I'd probably put Shang-Chi.
Yeah, Kenya put us up there. He lost my respect when he put Black Widow before Shang-Chi. I was like, sir, goodbye.
That's batshit crazy.
Yeah,
and
I was
Venom
like,
2
that's
shouldn't
a
even be
good
on
day.
the list.
It should, and Shang-Chi shouldn't be that fucking close to Venom 2 either. So I was like, you lost. Even if I didn't love that movie, that's just outrageous. So I'm like, you just lost me. You and your bad nipples can go elsewhere, sir.
Yeah, Mark, we talked about this earlier in the Out There in the World segment, but basically, I'm not even going to see it. I'm going to skip it. The Matrix sequel.
Oh, I'm not going to say skip it. Check it out, but you don't have to rush to the theater.
No, that's the thing. I mean, I'm not going to watch it on HBO Max, and so I'm not going to the theater either. I'm skipping that motherfucker. Be all right.
Okay, heard it. And it's getting quite mixed reviews right now. Quite mixed.
Yeah.
And I understand it. For sure. You taking calls? We have not taken calls in a while. We're getting back to that. We'll see. I'm downloading it. It's the right call. Well, we should. Because we're coming up on 100 and I want to revamp the show. So we're going to start having conversations about that. And then, start getting more guests in and stuff like that. And yada, yada, yada. Yeah. Let's see. What had to be way better? I mean, he technically didn't fight the dragon. He was just riding one while the other one fought and just put his rings in their throat and blew it up. He didn't really fight it as much, but
he blew it up, and that's not a fight.
I know. He just said, "Oof, here you go, blow up."
I think when Shang-Chi falls apart is when those rings just start flying around him without him having to do any movement. It infuriates me. Like,
what do you mean? Just kind of floating around when he got all of them the first time?
Yeah, when he's doing this weird, like, oh, I'm flipping. He's just like arms straight out shit. I fucking hate it. Absolutely despise it. It looks so bad.
When he's flipping. Oh, when he
like the first time he takes them, and he's just like, he like does this weird, like it's just wires and just making them rotate a bunch of times and flipping, and they're just flying around him. It's weird. I don't know.
Oh, well, no, it was taught all that. It's not weird, but it is wire work flippy shit. I will say that. Rephrase. Will you take I call? If it wasn't 2.5 hours in, we probably would.
I know, that's the thing. I'm about to fucking piss on myself too. There's no way I'm about to sit here and be able to talk for another 30 minutes.
You have to forget Logan's old. But if you want to come in early next week, we'll get you in early for a little bit, and then if you still want, you can say what you'd like to say, good sir.
I do actually agree, though, when it comes to Shang-Chi, I would love a grounded martial arts, like fantasy sci-fi, but martial arts movie, because I feel like it abandoned it halfway through.
It was still grounded, but then at the end it went away.
Right.
Yeah.
And because I love the fucking fighting. The hand-to-hand fighting was amazing.
Oh, magnificent. Yeah.
And it lost it in the end, because then it became who can sling these rings around.
Oh, that still was epic. That was ring fu. And it was not it was great. I fucking love that. Let's see. To be honest, I have not cared about the MCU since WandaVision, and now this. You're a buggin'. But that's Brooklyn for you.
I mean, God, Falcon, Winter Soldier, and Loki were.
That's
come on now.
It's Brooklyn. Come on now. Let's be serious here. But let's see. And no, I did not cheer when Toby got stabbed, Brooklyn. Just because he's not my favorite Spider-Man does not mean I hate the man. Mediums, people. Mediums.
I really wish that they had killed him if they were going to stab him.
It would have been a proper.
The fact that he's just laying there and he's like, "Are you okay? I've been stabbed before. I'm good."
I've been stabbed
It's
before.
like really? Because I don't think
This
you were
really
stabbed at all.
happening?
Your fucking
I'm gonna
suit.
die.
Your suit's fine.
Well, I think I will say that changed. I'm like, okay, so he just got stabbed in the back. He didn't go all the way through, or what? But the way he was holding it made it seem like it went all the way
He's
through
holding it in
there.
the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And we
and
stood
the
up. He's like,
fucking
in so
thing
much
is-
pain. I'm like, wait, where's your hole?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I guess they just changed it, but it's a movie. Inconsistencies happen. I get it. So what is next? Is Strange the next MCU?
Movie. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're gonna get something in Disney Plus. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah.
We might not get a Disney Plus series between.
Between this and Doctor Strange, no,
You don't
there
think?
isn't one. No, unless because they haven't even started shooting shit.
Well, like, because Miss Marvel, I think, is fall next year, so I think that's
I
after.
keep forgetting about that fucking show. And then the She-Hulk and
He was healing quickly
Moon Knight.
after he got stabbed. Really,
I mean,
his suit
did his
was.
suit heal?
Yeah, I forgot that he's not
'Cause he
only
does
is the
heal,
web
but
a part
not
of
the
him,
suit.
but the suit is a part of him. That's right. It fucking comes out of him.
Girls like, yeah, instead of nano, it's just skin. Just goes right over. 30 minutes ago, and automatically master it to have the perfect shot to save. What? Oh, it's about Katie.
I
Yes.
do agree. Aquafina with the bow and
Very
arrow
true.
is Ned with the portals. Stupid as fuck.
Well, it's more believable with a bow and arrow than a fucking mystic art
Really?
master.
She
Yes.
hits a fucking target this big on a giant dragon 100 yards away, while all these people that have done it their whole lives can't do it.
Well, they were fighting. They weren't doing it.
She
But like I
was
said,
fighting
I'm not going to
too.
fight you on it saying that I get it. But I'm saying I believe that shit more than fucking Ned creating portals left and right. I believe that shit.
I think, but you could both say they both got super lucky.
Oh, no,
And it's
of
like-
course.
But no, they're both just
Duh.
terribly written. I mean,
Absolutely. But there has to be a fucking ex machina somewhere. That's
no,
his
there
purpose.
doesn't. Let the hero be the hero. Like, his best friend does not need to throw on a fucking armor and bow and arrow or take off fighting. Let her be the friend. Like, it just doesn't make any goddamn sense. Same like Ned does not need to fucking be a sorcerer.
Well, is he going to be now?
Yeah,
Do you think they're
probably.
going to go somewhere with that? Yeah.
And that's really sad.
He's like, did you just open up a portal? Yes, sir.
I wish
Fuck
he'd
off.
said never do that again. Like,
That's what I thought was going to happen in true Doctor Strange fashion. Because, yeah. But, I don't know.
don't
Yeah.
touch my shit again. Would have been great.
Like, yeah, my Nana says we have a magic. Could I get tingly things on my hands? You should
I-
go consult your physician.
I gotta call out Kenya for this because he did this on Twitter and I think it's hilarious. So yes, there's apparently rumors that they want to bring Jackie Chan in for the Shang-Chi sequel.
Yes, that would be
Great.
beautiful.
They do not want Jackie Chan to be the fight coordinator. Like that's a different job. That makes him
Oh,
a
yeah, no,
producer.
that's a whole lot.
No, he would be an actor in the movie and would be a character. Like
They
they're
just
not
want
gonna
him to be there. His team already helps with Shang-Chi the movie. They
right,
don't need
exactly.
him to do all that. His team already helps. That's what the main coordinator was part of his team.
How old is Jackie fucking Chan? And you want him to do all that shit and like you want to take on an MCU movie and all of its fights and act in it?
I mean, if anyone can do it, it's Jackie. But I don't think he will. I think, but you don't have to do that.
67.
Just fucking fight. Yeah, and still badass and still flipping all over the
Well,
damn
no, of
place.
course, but like, don't give him as much work as he needs. Like, let somebody else choreograph
Oh yeah,
it
no,
for him.
definitely. Just
And
let
obviously,
him fight.
he'll give his input, but like, don't make him do all that. Like, oh no, let him plan it all out.
Oh yeah. One more thing. I love that show.
Yeah, all
Yes,
of
we
his
know that,
movies are as
Kenan, but
big
we
as
don't
MCU
want him
movies.
to.
Yeah,
Right.
I
We
mean,
don't want him to. Then that's
we want him to
massive as
come back.
MCU movies, right? Just come back and focus on fighting, bro. That's
Right.
it. And then put your input, like you said. No, it'd be better if you do this, that, and that. Cool.
Exactly.
Got it. Thanks. Action. Let's go.
Fucking
That's
do
it.
the thing. Exactly.
Do no more. Just be badass Jackie that we know you are. That's it. Jackie Chan Adventures, yes. Yes, so indeed. But yeah, all right, guys. So you have till what, fucking 11? You got 2 minutes of anything else you want to, and we will wrap up because it's been great conversation with you guys. Thank you. Y'all have been really
Yes, this was a good one.
flooding the shit out, which we knew it was.
Oops.
Knight's favorite movie is Fast and Furious. That's not a superhero movie. I see what you did there. That was cute. These hair boy. Yes. What? No, you have to have a reason and both sides to everything, can you?
Hey, Kenya, do you want a ticket to see Matrix tomorrow at noon? Because if not, I'm going to refund them. So let me know if you need a ticket.
You know he ain't going to go and say that.
I was going to say.
Well,
I was going to bring that up after we got off.
You probably still in here. You just ain't say nothing.
But you'll be working at noon. See, I figured that's what. It's so stupid. Have your opening. Oh my god, how fucking retarded!
But I do want to download that Matrix
game?
Experience shit. I might do that after the show. I want to check it out, and see, because that looks really fucking cool. And the Matrix games were pretty damn fun back in the day. Like the Path of Neo was fun as shit. And Into the Matrix. Yeah.
See, look at this right here. You can't see, but
I can see.
Literally, Matrix gets one IMAX showing tomorrow, and it's at noon. That's it. Everything else is Spider-Man. Spider-Man gets a 335 and a 720.
There he is. Went to take a shit. I was like, yeah, I know he's still in there. Just not as vocal.
What about The King's Man? Are you interested at all?
Nope.
Oh, man, I want to be.
I don't care. And I don't care about the third one they're trying to do either.
I know.
With fucking Eggsy wrapping
The second
up.
one was bad.
Yeah, I just don't give a shit. And now he wants to play as Jada in the last Matrix game. Absolutely. Into the Matrix, baby. Her and Ghost. Yeah, I just don't care about Kingsman. And now he still wants to make a Superman movie and shit. I'm like, bro, it's not going to happen. Just let it go. Let it go also. It's fine.
Yeah, I've watched, I'm halfway through True Detective. Very interesting.
Can you get a fucking DC thing in this bitch?
I'm
watching The Dark Knight Returns so fucking bad. Can you fucking get on it?
I'll probably wait on that, honestly.
Are you watching these fucking crazy ass country bumpkins walk around solving shit? God damn.
They're not solving shit. This last episode was fucking wild. It's crazy.
I guess. But quick question before we end it. Did you see this fucking this ambulance shit? Michael Bay's new movie with Yaya.
Here's the thing. Trailer looks good. They always do for Michael Bay.
Oh yeah, because there's nothing but explosions for 2 minutes.
Cast looks good. Doesn't mean shit when it's Michael Bay.
That's very true.
I'm probably not going to watch it. I'll wait to hear what people say, and if they go, "Oh my god, it's actually really good," I'll be surprised and I'll fucking watch it. I'm not expecting that shit though.
Oh yeah, no.
Which I hate it because I love Yaya, I love Jake. You know, I mean, they both are phenomenal actors, but they both went and got that check and said that let's have some fucking explosions for a little bit. It's fun.
Do you think Yaya will end up in the MCU? What are the chances?
Oh, man, no,
because he's fucking hot potato right now.
I don't think DC's about to make him a much bigger character. I think to where
that's right.
Which they fucked up making him Black Manta. They should have given him something much bigger. But they're gonna make.
To be honest with you, I wouldn't have hated him for John Stewart.
I know that it's only the perfect fucking idea.
I wouldn't have hated him.
It's only the most talented guy you could have fucking got, you know. So it's like, yeah,
I wouldn't have hated him as Black. Oh,
isn't that funny?
Instead of that fucker, we got this random dude that we got for Zack Snyder's Justice League cut and shit.
Yeah. So,
damn, missed opportunity. All right, y'all.
I mean, Martian Manhunter could even worked, but fuck.
Yeah, no, I like Henry for it. That's fine. Make him Green Lantern. I think Henry has the voice for it and all that. I think it works the way it is.
But also, yeah, if for some strange reason, you know, Aquaman 2 fucking bombs and they decide to not do anything anymore, bring
It
him
should
over
teach
here.
him a lesson for keeping that bitch.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love. Yaya is fucking talented as hell. I love him.
Yeah.
And yeah, of course. I mean, I'd love him to be.
Or just do both. Why not? Who's Doctor? Who's Manhattan
Sure.
and fucking Manta? Why not?
Sure.
Go back and forth. If Chris can do it, Ryan can do it. Everyone can do it. Why not?
Keaton can do it. Literally.
But that's literally facts. All right, y'all. I think it's a good spot to wrap up. Really good goddamn show. Thank y'all so much for joining us and putting in inputs. Live chat, y'all have been awesome. If you're watching on playback, keep the conversation going. We appreciate you too. If you are new, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell to be reminded when all episodes drop, and hit that thumbs up because it really helps this show reach a lot more people. Akasan, let me know what you want to do about next week, and we will figure it out, sir. But yes, so Logan, where can the people find you and what you have going on?
Yes, sir. So you can find me right up here on Twitter, Logan_Swish. I tweet a bunch of stupid shit. And then, yeah, YouTube channel. If you're watching on John's, Logan Swish over here on YouTube. Also, if you're watching on mine, subscribe to John. But yeah, in terms of what's going on, True Detective, I'm doing that on Patreon, and then also Hawkeye finale tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm hoping for some Kingpin shit. I'm hoping that they somehow wrap all. Right. I'm hoping they somehow wrap all this shit up in 58 minutes or whatever the fuck the runtime is.
Yeah, I know. I wish it was so much longer.
I'm hoping it's great because I got to be on. The third episode was great. Everything else, a little lackluster for me. So I'm hoping they can really blow me away. But we'll see. We'll find out tomorrow.
We shall see. And you already know where to find me if you're watching on my channel. Welcome. Right up top, all social media. You can find me anywhere. Just go look. Have fun. Make sure you hit that follow. And yeah, meet us here next week. Same time. If shit changes, we'll let you know.
Yep. On Twitter.
But on Twitter, yes.
Yeah,
That's why you also want to follow us. Make sure to keep up with everything. All righty. So, ladies and gents, thank y'all so much. It's been fun. Again, hit that subscribe. We'll see y'all next week. It's your boy, Knight.
And I'm Logan.
And we'll see y'all in the cave. Peace.
See you guys.